We gotta talk about Chat GPT.
Oh, you. Also, I'm the master, the button master.
The button master.
Yeah.
Are you going right now?
Am I where?
Are you going like as in recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
So this is moving.
And we are live. Back again with another podcast. This is 6 Feet Going Deep. I'm your host, Nick Torius, and we're here with my co-host.
Oh, I forgot I was even on the podcast right now. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gio, man, but they call me Gianni. We in this bitch. Turn the fuck up. I gotta turn my headphones down because this shit, every time we hit the siren, that shit's murder in my ears.
Is it really?
Yeah. Damn, wait.
Is it really high?
It's not. I don't think it's you. I don't think it's the headphones in general. I think it's just these headphones. Like, I forgot how to turn them down. They got some stupid fucking swipe shit.
Technical.
But whatever. Not worry about it. Today we're here with our guest. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Melo, man, Angel Melo, but I go by Melo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I love that. And you say you go by Gio?
Yes,
I just met Gio like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
All right, so
yeah.
first topic of the day, the Island Boys is gay. What do you guys
Yo,
feel?
you know what's crazy? I just called somebody last night. First question they asked me is like, yo, you fuck with the Island Boys? I go, I mean, I fuck with the shit that they were doing, but I don't know much about them going on right now. And then they go, you know they're gay? And they're like making out. But I have no idea what's really going on with them.
I could give my story, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a proper introduction to what's happening. So like 2-3 weeks ago, mind you, what's today? August 2nd?
3rd.
August 3rd now. Fucking, yeah, probably like 2-3 weeks ago, I think academics post about the Island Boys or some shit.
Yeah.
And then in the comments, they were like, oh, check their Twitter. I promise you'll never fuck with them again. I'm like, what could they possibly be doing on their Twitter that's that bad? I go on their Twitter, bro, and I just see the Island Boys fucking kissing. And I'm like, yo, what is going on right now?
What are you talking about kissing? Like pop kissing?
No, like the first video I seen was like a pop kiss, and I'm like, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep scrolling. And it got worse. The second one, they were like making out.
I'm gonna check it out right now.
Third one, it was like both of their dicks were out. And I'm like, no.
No.
Okay, now look at it.
Yeah, don't go on there. Don't go on their Twitter account.
Ain't no way.
It got bad, bro.
What are we talking about? Like
The Island Boys.
The Island Boys.
but like how gay are we talking about? Like,
talking about.
Well, he said their dicks are out, so
their dicks out and they're next
and
to
they
each
be
other.
like kissing each other,
Like,
so that's pretty gay.
their dicks out and they're next to each other, but what are they touching each other? Like fellatio?
What they
Like
said.
they're sword fighting.
So
Like,
what
let's
they explained yesterday.
Let's make this clear. You know what I mean?
They got on like a interview, whatever. They got on an interview yesterday with No Jumper and another interview with Aiden.
Did you
Ross.
watch it?
I watched a little bit of the Aiden one, but I didn't get to see it. I was playing pool, so I was like out. I don't know. I was like, fuck it. But fucking, according to them, they made out and then they didn't look at each other for like 20 minutes, and that's the story. It's like, oh, we're not gay. We just made out and then we couldn't look at each other.
It's crazy because they know what they're doing.
They know exactly.
But it's just really weird that it's turned out to that for them to stay relevant.
So is it
What scares me is like, how worse is this? Like, what's gonna be the shocking thing in 5 years? If this is shocking now, what's gonna be? Because this is gonna be normal eventually. What's gonna be shocking then? And that's
what are you,
I mean,
homophobic?
Like,
no,
my bitch is gay.
They're brothers. Fuck the homophobic. I mean, yeah, they're gay, whatever. You feel me? We're in 2023. Cool. You like dick, cool.
Yeah.
But they're brothers, bro. That's
but when you say it's gonna be normal, like what, homosexuality is gonna be normal? Homosexuality.
No, not homosexuality. Like all the weird shit that we have labels for now, they're not going to be labeled anymore. Like things like pedophilia, things like incest.
Those are still going to be worse.
Those are never going to be
worse. They're going to be terrible, but I'm telling you guys,
like homosexuality is the new
we're
thing.
watching it.
At this point,
we're watching
kids.
it in real time. Like the lines being blurred. Like, oh, don't call them pedophiles. They're this. They have a new name now. That's just their sexual orientation. Or, oh, they're not ancestral. They just have these urges. And it's like there's an excuse now for everything. All the lines are being blurred. It's okay to be like the fucking most outlandish. What you're doing is like, it's forbidden and you're still going through with it. That's kind of crazy.
I'm going to tell you what I think about that. How old are you, Gio?
I'm 23 right now. 23.
You know what's crazy? The fact that you're even saying that you're 23, you would think like in America, everybody, like the youth is like progressive. But to be honest, I think it's like an older generation that's so progressive as far as like sexuality, genders and stuff like that. Because I feel like people mostly our age is actually getting a little more conservative when it comes to those views. Like everybody knows that these views. You know what I mean? Anything that hangs like way too left
So
is
how
it's
do
like kind of like wild out of here. Like I think everybody at one point really supported Biden. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna get political.
wait, so Melo, how do you
But I
feel
think-
about the Great White Hope?
the great. I know nothing about that.
The Great, you are you for the Great White Hope?
I don't know what that is.
Gio,
Our
are you?
great president Donald Trump.
Yeah, you're talking about like.
Wait.
Man, lost the sound. Nah, all right. So,
No, I actually I
Lost the
wanted like a presidential like da, 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 da.
oh, the president sound.
Right?
That would've been amazing.
Yeah, we gotta update these, bro.
But there's this one dude, right? He does interviews with other people, and he brings up Donald Trump,
Jesse Peterson,
Jesse Peterson,
Jesse Lee Peterson.
and he brings up Donald Trump, but like he'll bring him up as the Great White Hope, and then it's always black people, and they're always so confused. Who's the Great White Hope? He goes, our president, Donald Trump, and then they're triggered automatically. And it's like, bro, why are you calling the president? Why are you?
But it's so
Trump the
funny
Great
because
White
he
Hope?
says it so confident. He's like, do you feel this way about the Great White Hope?
Yeah, they'd be like if they're gonna know what the fuck he's talking about. That's what
funny,
they refer to.
It's funny
him.
because he's black, so it's like referring to him as the Great White Hope. So he's like looking up to white people, like, oh my god, white people are God.
Yeah, I know nothing about the Great White Hope or who's doing that.
But I agree with what you're saying though. Like, even though you know what I'm saying, we might not want to get like whatever too political and shit. There definitely is right now like I would say kind of like a pushback,
like
on,
an awakening, but
maybe
from, like, the
kind
right
of an
side.
awakening from the right,
Like
but
an awakening, but in the
there's
opposite way. Like
definitely-
an awakening, but not from the woke.
There's an audience, there's a community that's on both sides now, and I respect that, bro. Because
Yeah.
I don't like fucking.
That's a great way to put it.
I don't like pride things being pushed in kid cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you want to do that as an adult, that's great. That's cool for you. Everybody has their freedom.
Yeah.
But I don't want my kids in the future, you know what I'm saying, to be thinking about sexuality when they're fucking 4 or 5. I want them to be solving Blue's Clues. You know what I'm saying? That shit's weird to me. But other than that, man, I don't know. I think we're at a weird place right now. Hopefully the lines don't dissolve further, but they're definitely getting like blurry.
So speaking of homosexuality, do you guys believe that Sexy Red is actually Young
Hey.
Thug?
I'm actually, what's up? Hold on. I'm doing this podcast right now. Everybody say what's up. I'm going to hang up as soon as everybody says what's up.
Yeah.
Yo,
What's going on? What's going on? Yo,
Hey.
what's
yo.
going on? Right now I'm shooting this thing. We're actually filming right now, so I'll call you when we're done here, all right? What's up? How you doing? Yeah. I kind of just stopped the show mid. They're going to be a little upset at me, but I'll call you when I'm done here.
Nah,
He's
Jill
on
did
the
this
phone
last
with
time.
Kanye
When he was
West.
about to have like a whole conversation.
I'll
It was
talk
like,
to you guys
bruh,
later.
don't be having no conversations
Bye.
on the whole pod.
It was our guest caller, bro. We had a.
But yeah, conspiracy theory. I have a conspiracy theory that Sexy Red is actually Young Thug. How do you guys feel?
I'm sorry, what was that? Wait, sexy what?
I can see that bullshit from a mile away.
Bro, I be looking
Sexy Red is Young Thug. You know who Sexy Red is?
Nah, I had no
She goes,
idea.
She got that one. So she also got the.
Pound Town.
Yeah, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown.
Who
You
says
never,
that?
you said, who said it? You never heard that before, ever?
Never, ever.
Yeah, that's a crazy line for me to be saying it to you for the first time.
But wait, you telling me that
it's
Young
a very
Thug said that?
very popular song right now. No. We gotta pull up a picture of it. Do you have a photo of Sexy Red?
I
got you.
I want to see a picture of Sexy Red next to Young Thug.
All right, put up Young Thug on your phone, and I'll pull up Sexy Red on
Okay.
mine.
You're gonna get my reaction. You might have to pop it up on the camera so people know what I'm looking at.
Jamie.
Jamie,
pull it up.
Can we pull this up?
Bro, this nigga look exactly like her, dog.
That's crazy.
All right, hold on.
So I'm looking at Thugger over here.
The people we gotta
Like, why do they both wear the same
You
glasses?
seen That's funny. It kind of does look like Young Thug.
Bro, look at that face, dog. Like,
It could be. Damn, what the fuck?
They could be related, right?
You ever seen Polo G sister?
nah.
Yeah, I think they're twins. No,
Are they twins?
I think they're twins.
That would make sense.
Yeah,
that would make sense because they look a lot
G
alike.
has a twin sister.
Bro, that's the stupidest conspiracy ever. Yo, Sexy Red is Young Thug.
Sexy Red is you know what I was waiting for? Like for us to be done with this conversation, I was gonna think about like, damn, how can I clip that to be like one of those fucking stupid clips of
What's
Sexy
the-
Red is Young Thug. No, I was actually thinking about it because you ever seen that one? The one Asian dude. He's always like
Bobby
making-
Lee?
No, not Bobby Lee. There's an Asian dude that he's always talking about conspiracies.
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
Yeah, he's always talking about some shit, bro.
Shout out to that guy's podcast.
Yeah, I fuck with their podcast.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I'm like, shout out to their podcast. I'm shouting them out, and they're not getting the
They're not seeing the shout out at all.
Yeah, they're not gonna. There's no
You
reward
never
for
know.
them because I don't know the name of it. So shout outs to them.
Shout out to what's her name?
So the Asian dude that
The Asian dude that does it.
Shout outs to all Asian podcasts.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, they shouted us out.
I was thinking, you know that verse that Drake did on what is it? Parade on Cleveland.
Oh, that's crazy. Wasn't that what we were just listening to?
Yeah, Parade on Cleveland. I think.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't figure out.
Listen to Meltdown.
It was pipe down.
Well, Pipe Down was the first one, then
Pipe
Meltdown
Down.
was the second one. Meltdown's a crazy one right now.
It's a great track.
He's talking shit about, not talking shit, but he's going in on Pharrell and shit. But what were you saying about
Wait, who's going in? Because Meltdown, that's Drake's song.
That's Travis Scott's song. Just came out with the album.
Yeah.
But on there he was he said I bought all the chains from your boss. I bought all the chains from your boss. I melted them down. Fuck all that heritage shit. Something along those lines.
I think he's
those
talking
are all
about
of Pharrell's chains.
those. Yeah, but I don't think he's talking to Pharrell. He's talking.
Yeah,
to
he's talking to Pusha T. Yeah,
he's talking
yeah.
to Pusha T.
Yeah.
That's crazy that Drake's.
Was they dissing
That's
Pusha
crazy,
T?
bro. Because Pharrell's like a legend. Those
Yeah.
pieces that he bought from the auction are legendary pieces.
You think he actually melted them down?
The skateboard. I mean,
He could just keep it in the closet.
Yeah,
and
he
say
could keep it in the
melted
closet.
down.
I was thinking about it the other day, but then I also thought I'm like, Drake is petty enough to melt him down and send a video to like Pusha somehow. I think that's the type of shit he would do. Like send a video, like, look, I'm melting him for real.
Yeah, like on a group chat.
Yeah, on a group chat or some shit.
With just five
all capital letters, just like Kanye does. Be like, yo. No,
Then,
but he could still have the pieces. I hope so, man. I mean, he says fuck all that heritage shit, but those pieces are legendary.
I wonder everybody. Ye at one point said that he put everybody: Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kim, Drake. He might. Who else did he put in that one chat? And he said to
Virgil.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if
Virgil
Virgil was in it.
I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was in the
And
chat.
he said, "I'm richer than all of you combined," which is kind of crazy for him to say that to all those people. But at the moment, his net worth because of the Adidas deal,
it was like $2 billion or some shit.
nah, at the time it was over $7 billion.
Over $7 billion.
Yeah, at the time.
crazy.
When he
Isn't it
sent that
crazy?
text.
I know a girl's hot because she's wearing Yeezys.
You know, girl.
That's a
Honestly,
wild
I think
statement.
I'm turned off by girls that wear Yeezys. I think when I see a girl in Yeezys, it's
That's
like,
because you don't be in Wynwood. when you go to Wynwood and see all these fine ass girls wearing Yeezys, you be like, you know what? That's
I
what
see it, but I
makes
feel
a
like
girl
it's
fire.
like a bougie. It's like, man, put on some Hirachis or some shit and go work out. Why you gotta put
What do you
Yeezys
think,
on?
Angel?
I think it depends on the Yeezy because if I see her wearing like the Yeezy,
The foam, the slides.
the foam runners,
The slides.
No, but I'm talking about the foam runners. You know,
No,
like
every
the
girl that-
Crocs.
every
like
girl
his
that-
little like the Yeezy Croc.
Have I seen?
But you fuck with those or you don't fuck with them?
They're not my style, but I think they're dope. I think it's dope that
Yeah,
Yeezy
yeah.
did that in the first place because it's like he made his own Croc and then
I like that. They're
sold
like
it for
the
a high
little-
price point.
Little one piece, little
Yeah, no,
slipper
they're
type
dope.
deal. They're pretty
And if you're
cool.
wearing them,
They're the foam runners, right?
yeah, the foam runner. I think it's dope that he did that. I think it's wild that like every other company, like you can get like the booth version like in every single place because everybody wants to do the, you know what I mean?
Like in Burlington.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do it on fucking Burlington. You go to Target and they'll sell you like a $12 pair of shits that look like exactly the same. I think it's crazy that they can do that.
Yeah, Kanye,
You know what I mean?
he does that shit on purpose to expose like, yo, there's a certain price point that
Yeah, for
we're
his
just-
shit. If
yeah.
you're rocking the real shit, respect. But I think honestly, if I run into a girl at Wynwood, she's wearing the foam runners, I'm kind of judging. To be honest, I'm like, nah, it's a basic
Yeah.
bitch.
I'm talking about the slides.
The slides.
Because all the fine bitches, because we live in
All
Miami.
right, but we're talking about Wynwood at nighttime, or we're talking about the day.
The daytime.
Daytime is cool.
Girls don't wear slides at the day. Nah, some girls do. Yo,
Yeah,
one time,
like if she's wearing them at night, I'm judging. If
One
it's the
time-
daytime, is cool.
one time I was doing like interviews at night, right? And there was these girls, and they were like the finest girls to me, right? And it's like everyone like was looking at them or whatever. She was looking at me, and I was like, "Damn, I pulled that."
I was looking
Yeah.
at you.
I didn't go up to her though because there was
And
too
I
many
was
people.
thinking.
But you know, I was like kind of impressed with myself.
Yeah,
She was
no.
wearing Yeezy
Sometimes
slides.
you shock yourself. I've shocked myself millions of times.
That was you.
Yeah, it was like, how the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you think somebody's like maybe out of your league, and you're able to, you know, maybe work a conversation, get a phone number,
We
or
should talk
whatever,
about
whatever
that.
it is, whatever it is that happens.
I think that's a good discussion.
It's a
for us
dark
to have.
hole for me if we start going down.
I mean, we don't gotta go specific,
Bruh.
but I think
I love
the
I get the
discussion-
energy
I'm
from
trying to
talking
steer
about
away from-
girls, bro. What are you saying, Joe?
Not even talking about girls, just a discussion of like, what are we actually worth versus how much we put ourselves down. Because we might see someone and think like,
My boy's getting
damn, I'm a little, like I'm not worth that much, or like if I talk to her, she's not gonna fuck with me. And little do you know, you might be worth 3-4 times what she's.
No,
worth.
you know what's
she might
crazy?
be ran through,
You know
or she might whatever it is. You feel
You know what's so crazy, bro?
It's like,
I'm never really. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm never really thinking.
No, you cut you off because I was letting him go, and then he was
no, because I was gonna continue, but I was
it's
like,
like a trade of politeness.
I got where he's going though. I got where he's going. He's saying basically like, you might set yourself up at a certain level, but you don't understand where like the girl might place you. She might place you higher than where your head's at.
Yeah.
As far as like your self status. But I think, to be honest, when I'm approaching a woman, I'm thinking that she probably just thinks she's like super, like in my head, just women are like extra extra egotistical. So I'm going in like, let's see where her head's at about who she is. You know what I mean?
I feel like
I feel like in the first 10 seconds I might know like how highly a girl places herself, and then if she's placing herself higher than like where I believe she's at, you know what I mean?
Like, I ain't gonna put up with that shit. Nah,
yeah,
I feel you.
I'm annoyed.
How you gonna act like that? You're 300 pounds.
What I was gonna say is that like
300 pounds. She could be.
What I was gonna say is that like for me, I believe I can go up to like any girl, right? But the thing, like in my head, in my head, there's like no girl that I can't go up to, you know. But then there's some girls. It's like, cause I've gone up to girls that I thought were out of my league, and it's like go up, like they got the BBL, they look like fucking those Instagram girls on
that
the
makes
Explorer.
them out of your league right there, the BBL.
Well, bro, like you know,
no, you got to shoot a little higher.
I'm not saying out of my league.
Takes,
I'm saying like a beautiful woman, right? It's like I'm like, damn, that be bad as fuck, you know? Like she's like a really good looking girl, and you know, I'm able to like, you know, I can go up to those girls easy. But then there's some girls that I'll be like, I won't have these thoughts in my head. Like I won't have thoughts of like, oh, she's probably has a boyfriend. She probably doesn't like me. I'm probably not good enough or not, right? But then there's some girls who don't even look half as good as them. But I'll start getting these. I feel like it comes from the girl. I feel like it's not from us. I feel like it's the girl.
Bro, the more innocent a woman is to me, like the cuter she is.
I feel that.
Like for me,
but how
BBL, like,
how easy is she to get if she's like that?
Innocent?
Like innocent, you know. I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, a saint, but like if she's got a BBL, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not gonna like her personality.
Yeah, like, she done seen the world already.
Yeah,
I'm trying to show bitch the world. She seen it already.
There's anomalies in every case.
She don't necessarily
you know what I mean?
have
if
a
we're
BBL.
in Miami and she's got a BBL, so I'm already like,
you know what lifestyle
up.
she's in.
My guard's already up.
Nah, but what it is those like fucking gym outfits that like girls like to poke their ass out and walk like this.
Yeah, little gym rats. Gym rat
but they be looking good, bro. Like they might not have the BBL, but they look good, you know. Like her ass is like out.
I feel like
I saw one today.
Any female in the gym kind of looks good because it's like you're looking at a sea of men. You know what I mean? You go to LA and it's like there might be 3, 4, 5 femels in there, and anything looks like
they're gonna look. Yeah,
anything looks good.
It's right next to
and just because it's in tight clothes.
Now the best thing ever is to not look at them. I feel so powerful when I just ignore the fuck out of them.
Superman. I'm not. I have a mission to do.
I'm in the gym trying to work out.
How do you? Because I know Gia doesn't go to the gym. so Melo, how do you approach girls at the gym?
Nah, but
no offense to Gio, but I just
I mean, I feel like just
going back next week.
You better. You said it.
I mean, if I see somebody for the first time and I have no reason to approach them, I'm not approaching a woman at the gym. But if I've seen her a few times at the gym, I might, you know, say hi. Like I won't be stern, like ignoring somebody. I'm quick to say hi to somebody if I've seen them before. But I feel like that's just like my personality. Like if I've seen you a few times and I know you've seen me, like, or we've been the last, 10 people at the gym closes, we're all walking out together, everybody in the gym. It's just like
you're heading to the alley.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the parking lot, you see somebody a couple times, you say hi, you know what I mean? Or like if you got to use the same machine and I'm actually trying to use it, if I'm in the gym, I'm working out. So, but I've been out of the gym for a little hot minute. Someone's at the door. Yeah, I've been outside of the gym.
So is at the door?
That's
They're like, I've come to collect.
but even then, I heard the door. Nah, I thought somebody knocked. Who the fuck?
But
I heard some- I heard
I'm not gonna fake flag right now. I haven't been in the gym for a hot minute. I mean,
I haven't either.
Yeah, I could really use.
Thanks for shitting on me, Nick. Appreciate it. Knowing we're all in the
Yeah,
same
a
boat.
little jab, right?
Yeah, Gio, I don't want to put all your business out there, but
But I know you don't have the membership.
Oh, shit.
nah, because I always do that to you. I'm always like, Gio, I don't mean to put all your business.
Then the first podcast where he's like, "So how do you feel about black people and how they feel about you saying the N-word?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's. I think he's going straight for like the hot topic.
he wants
You
the
know what I mean?
clips. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fucking. He's a Jew. Is what it is. He's
Yeah.
He's a little greedy with these clips.
Yo, you saw the picture that Chris and Danny posted on the Vice City?
Nah, I don't use Instagram, bro.
You don't?
No, I mean I have one, but I'm not checking it.
Well, it's funny because they didn't tag me, right? And it's so funny because I was like, because I was like, why didn't you tag me? He's
What's
like,
in the picture though?
Now it was just me holding trunks on my shoulders.
Okay, word.
And it's so funny because I was like, oh, you didn't tag me. And then he's like, oh, we just wanted to have trunks so that people click on Trunks' thing.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, bro, you know I'm a clout goblin, bro.
Yeah, that's a little weird though. I mean, I'm gonna be real. They probably could have
why?
done that in that. I mean,
Oh,
like if you're trying to funnel.
said?
No, yeah. If you're in the picture, I guess necessarily. First of all, I would have never been like, yo, why am I not tagged? But
No,
I mean, it is.
I was just fucking with him.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But I mean, that's just a weird thing to say.
But I am a clout goblin.
I get what you're saying though. It's what you do. I mean, I respect it. If you're over here and your thing is social media and you have a podcast and everybody's supporting each other, it's not a bad
It's
idea.
like the epitome of clout chasing.
Not even that.
Starting
no,
a podcast.
If you're a part of something,
I wouldn't say that.
you never know how big it's gonna get. So like,
Oh, what?
like when you're a part of something, you never know how big it's gonna get. So when I first like that, I had a clip that went on World Star. And
Yeah.
I was holding like a frog and shit, and I was flexing some money, and then the frog jumped off of me and it landed on my ex. And then we were trying to get that shit through to World Star for the longest. Posted it, I think, in like April, I want to say, and it didn't get to World Star until like August, September, some shit like that.
Wait, so World Star posted it?
They DM my ex woke me up one day and she's like, "Oh, you won't believe who I got a DM from." I'm like, who the fuck? She shows me her phone. It's World
Directly
Star.
from World Star.
Yeah, directly from World Star. Like, yo, you want to buy the clip? I'm like, yo, that's crazy, whatever. So we go through with it, whatever. They post it.
So they bought the rights to the footage.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
bought the
didn't just
rights to the
post it.
footage.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
They were like, "Oh, you know, make sure everybody that's involved is good, whatever." I'm like, "Yo, tell them to tag me and shit."
That's
so they
so
tagged her and they tagged me.
That's
We
dope.
got both of our tags on the clip.
Yeah.
That's so
and
funny.
It ended up doing 800,000 views.
'Cause
So
now-
without that, I wouldn't have had as much.
no motion.
Yeah,
no motion.
she would have been the
That's
only
great
one
though. And wait, that's just something that you threw in at the end. Like, yo, dude, can we get the tag?
Yeah, can we get the extra tag? And they tagged
Yeah.
both of us. You
That's
feel
dope.
me?
And the deal was the same. Did you
Yeah,
guys
the
already?
deal was the same.
And
We
you had
still got
finished the
same-
deal, and they're like, "Hey,
we got
make sure
money for it
everybody's
and everything. They sent us bread for the video and
No,
shit.
that's so funny because
like
if you look
one solid
nowadays,
check, or it's like, yo, every once in a while you might.
No,
get
it was one solid check. That's the one fuck up because I realized like they
Could
keep
you have-
making bread off of it.
Yeah,
and shit, you
alright,
know?
cool.
Wait, look,
But I didn't
that's
know
so
about
funny
numbers back
because
then.
It's all good. You took something.
it's so funny because nowadays, if you look at like all these media companies, it's like they just take your shit and just put it on reels and they just profit from it.
They
I'm
do.
about to start doing that.
They literally.
I'm not gonna reach out to nobody. Like, hey, can I use this?
To
So,
be
like,
honest,
for
I think that's
example-
what kids were doing with the Tate videos.
The what?
Yeah, they're
think that-
clipping.
that's what
and
kids were doing with the
farming
tape videos.
clips and shit like
What,
that.
Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
No, but
all
he told
his-
him to do
all his
that
clip-
though.
Yeah, I mean but that's the dope part. Is
I'm
that
saying
people were
like
doing that.
I'm gonna just take someone's video and just put it on my Instagram and just be like, hey, look at this video.
That's what Sneeko is doing
That's
too.
what-
He had the.
But that's what you could do. You
like
know what you could
a
do.
program. He's like, "Oh, join my program." But really, when you join the program, it just teaches you how to make money off of Instagram and how to make clips
Oh, it
from
just
Sneeko's
teaches you
streams.
how to.
Well, not just, but
Sneeko's stuff.
yeah. So pretty much, he's like, "Oh, I have this course you could join and shit." I never
That's
joined
hilarious.
it, but I figured what it is now that you know what I'm saying, I'm a little bit smarter and shit. And I'm like, yo, like. When you do the math, what it is, it's just probably a group chat where it's a bunch of clippers and they're making money off of their stream or how many streams they get per clip, and they're also like learning how to monetize their own content and shit at the same time.
What's the name of that rapper right now that he's actually done a couple clips with Aiden Ross? Where he's scamming, but he's like a lighter. He's like a lighter.
Punch Made Dev.
Punch Made Dev.
You fuck with him?
He's huge.
Nah, I
right
mean
now.
I don't listen to any of his music, but I saw somebody that
I
did
go
a
on
dive.
I'm so
YouTube and it's just
disappointed.
like
I feel
a
like he should
list.
make better music.
Yeah. I haven't listened to.
First thing you got to do is drive to the bank. It's like that.
Yeah.
That should start.
Yeah. I haven't heard like a full song of his. I've seen clips.
You didn't see when he had
but I
the
think
wheelchair kid, like the autistic kid.
Nah, but I thought it was really interesting that basically he kind of does the same thing. Where like, if you go onto his, like he's selling a course, you buy the full course, and it's basically like him kind of just showing you how to like start
Methods.
like a drop shipping company type shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like how to start.
That's just the flex now. It's like just all drop shipping.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to.
That's why I don't fuck with
basically
AI.
he promotes it as if he's teaching you how to scam, but I think it's like you go in there and then you're just
How does
making a drop.
first you gotta start Shopify,
Yeah,
then get an LLC,
exactly.
and then go on Alibaba.
That's the lick right now because people all over the world are gonna pay for that. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna see how much. If you got a lot of videos just holding a lot of cash, they believe that you know what you're doing, so they're gonna click and they're gonna purchase. I mean, you're kind of scamming the world.
Have you ever
It's
tried
still a
dropship?
scam,
Have you ever
but-
tried dropshipping?
No.
You never did.
No.
You never did either, Drew.
Mm-mm.
I did.
I was in crypto for a long time. I mean, crypto's not a scam either. You feel me?
Yeah, it is.
Nah,
You
it's a
think
market,
NFTs
bro.
aren't scams? Nigga, I was thinking about it yesterday. Like,
It's
yo,
all markets, bro.
NFTs are such scams, bro.
I mean, it depends on the coin, the crypto. you
Hell
know?
nah, bro.
NFTs. If you understand what NFTs are really worth, then yeah, the
No,
price
but
for
now
them
that
is
is
a scam. But
now that it's been like
they're
a year
not.
and a half. Wait.
I
Now that
think
it's
there's
been
a difference
now that
between,
it's
like,
been a year and a half.
Real crypto.
Now I look
and
back on
shit
it
coins.
because like niggas be like, "Yo, look at this thing that I bought, bro. It looks real cool." I'm like, "Nigga, that does not look cool."
You talking about NFTs?
Yeah,
NFTs and shit.
because they're like fucking generic as fuck, bro. And it's
Yeah.
like some like regular ass shit, and it's like a tiger, and it's like wearing a cowboy hat and a fucking fedora. And it's like, nigga,
Yeah, they probably got sold on that. But I'm gonna tell you something right now.
this
I
shit
do
looks
have,
like a fucking Digimon, nigga.
I do have, all those drawings you've been doing. You can make them NFTs.
I
So
do, but
they are NFTs. So
Yeah.
you got them on like OpenSea right now.
I have a couple.
Yeah. So I got right now something called Heaven's Soldier. I designed it like a year ago, and it's just a shoe design that I came up with. Like, I actually saw just a picture of my uncle. He had like a meeting, and he was sitting down with Jay Prince Jr.
Damn.
And Ye was there, and I think Shine was there, and my little cousin was there too. But that same week, like 3 days before, I had like this. I was watching the Soulja Boy perform at Rolling Loud actually, and I thought the shoes that Soulja Boy was wearing were really dope. So I come up closer to the screen just to see, like, so I can get a good look at the shoe. And it wasn't like what I thought I saw quickly. It wasn't on his feet. He was wearing like some other shoe. I looked them up, but I sat there and I drew the shoe that I thought I saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And 3 days later, I see my uncle. He sends it like in our family chat, and he's sitting down with Ye, just like a small table. And these really important people. And if anybody in the world is gonna make a shoe, it's Ye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if anybody's gonna make something possible. So I had the drawing from the shoe, and then I was like, damn, let me try to make it a little more legit. At the time, the NFT thing was popping. So I called a family member of mine, and then we somehow got this like image of like what looks like a physical shoe. And basically, if you go to Heaven's Soldier right now, altogether, SOLEJER for Heaven's Soldier, I got this one image of like the original copy of the shoe, and I hope to make physicals of the shoe one day, and then maybe be able to sell it like as like a skin and like games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Dirk is doing with the 7220 thing. So that'd be really dope. I think the NFT shit is cool, but I think it hasn't caught its ground yet.
No, I understand NFTs.
It still has some time to.
It's just the it's like niggas showing like look at this that I bought. It's like nigga. Like,
that's how you see it, but it's really like it's way deeper than that. But I wish I could explain it.
No, I get it, but it's just like the fact that
Put it like
it's
this.
Look
Me
at
and
this. It's like
we're
that's
talking
not
right
cool.
now.
Like it doesn't look.
And me and you are talking right now. We're all having a conversation, but
Yeah.
this is not going to be it in 10, 20 years. It's going to be all digital. And what's going to be cool about that is like, we can go be in a whole virtual space with the Oculus, and you can sell your shoes to me, and I could be like, yo, I have these bitches. They're real. Look, I'll show you the barcode for them. Yeah. That's what an NFT is. It's like I own the real pair of these. It's like, yeah, he could make a copy, but I bought the NFT, which is ownership through digital. You know what I'm saying? It gives us ownership in the digital world, which is something you won't get without an NFT.
I think it's really dope if they start selling like the certificate of authenticity, like the certificate itself, like of a Rolex. Say you buy a watch, and the certificate of authenticity isn't a piece of paper, but it's like an NFT itself. So you can show somebody, hey, look, this same serial code or the same barcode.
You digitally own the.
Yeah, you can show.
But
somebody.
look, that's like
your
because it's like
legit.
people know that the NFTs have no value. So it's like they add to it, like, oh, here, buy this NFT and you can go to this concert. It's like you're not buying the NFT, you're buying the concert.
Any value because nobody lives in the virtual world.
I think it's the applications.
Right now.
I think it's all the applications that you can do with it. That's a big deal. Not so much the NFT alone. I mean, obviously, the apes are going to be crazy forever from now. You know what I mean? I mean, they're still valuable now.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, a couple years from now, they're going to have higher value.
And we need it, bro. We need the NFT. I don't think Nick fully understands that, like, you could have Mona Lisa, right? Have 10 other Mona Lisas. They're copies. They're all copies. But in order for you to, like, have the original Mona Lisa, you need the NFT version of it. You can't just have a JPEG of Mona Lisa. You need to have the NFT. So in order for you to have ownership in the virtual world, which is what a lot of people are going to be having meetings in the future, that we're going to meet their friends. You have friends right now that you can't talk to, that maybe you talk to on Facebook, that you'll be able to talk to in VR in a few years if you really wanted to. And they're going to have things that you wear. No, not even. But everybody, bro. Unfortunately, even children that should be outside and playing, you know, outside in the sun and shit are going to be on these virtual devices. It's already happening now with Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto. Kids are spending hours a day on these with their friends. So it's inevitable. You can't really reverse it. And I think once people spend the majority of their time in a digital world, that's when NFTs are really going to
because that's what I was going to say. Like, you know, you need people in order for these things to work. And it's like, if everyone thinks NFTs are a scam, then guess what? They're going to be worthless because they run by people. Because honestly, I feel like the people that make
the
money,
same thing about crypto, you know what I mean? And crypto's still going strong.
The people, if you think about it, bro, like crypto is such a great money maker if you just pump and dump, because you literally say, I made trillion.
That's if that's how you're trying to make your money.
I made a trillion of these for a trillionth of a penny, or like a thousandth of a penny. You can buy these, and it's like someone just buys it. It's like they're literally buying nothing.
But what you're describing right now is a shitcoin. You ever heard of that term? What you're describing is a shitcoin.
A pump and dump. A pump and dump.
Yeah, I mean, but what you're describing is a shitcoin. So it's like
people are making hella bread off of that.
I get what you're saying, like pump and dumps. But crypto in general isn't a scam just because the simple fact that
I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm saying that
it's a market. Just like the US dollar is a market, just like anything you can buy and sell and trade, it's a real market. Now, whether a coin goes from 1,000 to 500 tomorrow, that depends on what type of market you're into. You're in volatile markets, then maybe you should get into crypto. If you're into slow markets, then maybe you should get into the housing community, you know, the real estate and things like that. So there's different areas, but I don't think crypto is necessarily a scam. I don't think NFTs are necessarily a scam. If you understand that when you look at a chart and things go up and down, there's money to be made there no matter what.
I'm saying the real money. I'm saying like it's like gambling, right? Mm-hmm. Like you can gamble all your life, but guess who's really making the real money? The casino.
I mean, I feel like crypto's more predictable, but
but I'm saying is like the people who are making these coins, like FTX and all that. These people that have like the Coinbase.
FTX wasn't a coin.
No, I know, but like the Coinbase,
like a trading platform.
The trading platforms, the Coinbase, the people who make these coins. I think they're the ones that are making the money. Not the people that are trading.
Influencers. Like
I know, like the host, the servers or whatever.
Because there's people that
making coins though.
There's people that make fake coins. I know, not fake coins, but like
two different like
people make
not the people who are actually buying and selling. Those aren't the people that are making the top dollar. It's the people who are providing the services. You get me?
But I think that too. The scams you're talking about though, you're saying like influencers, right? Like people be like, oh, buy this coin,
like Jake Paul.
And then once it goes all the way to the fucking top, they'll have a coin that's like 10 cents. They should have go up to $10. They just 100x their money, and then they're like, okay, let me pull out my share,
out of
and
nothing.
Then everybody else gets fucked over on a pump and dump.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a scam. That's a scam. That's a real thing. That's what a lot of people have done that. But Ethereum, there's no such thing as like a real pump and dump on a market cap that big. Or Bitcoin, it's almost, bro. There's so much money in.
But Ethereum actually had use though.
Ethereum still has use.
Dogecoin had no use.
Ethereum still has use. Dogecoin still has use.
Bitcoin has use.
A lot of those coins they operate on
not even as much as Ethereum.
Blockchains that.
I mean, Ethereum's like, I mean, people are using it for all the NFT stuff. You know what I mean? It's like the go-to.
Ethereum is huge. Yeah, Ethereum's like very important right now. Bitcoin, and you feel like that because you're not in the crypto. But let's say me, for example, I know that if I buy ADA, which is a crypto coin, I can send it to myself for way cheaper than I could send myself Ethereum. So what I'm going to do is if I'm on a certain platform, I'm going to sell my Ethereum for ADA. I'm going to send the ADA to another account, and then I'm going to sell that ADA back to Ethereum, just so I could transfer my money.
This kid's ahead. I don't even know what ADA is.
I'm just saying, like, for example, I know in my head, as someone who has traded cryptocurrency before,
you gotta start watching Alex Becker.
Alex Becker, yeah, that man's a goat.
Are you actively trading right now?
Right now, no. I still have crypto from when I was like heavy. You know what I'm saying? That I just have sitting there, and I'm letting it do what it's doing.
I think that's what you should do.
The last time I traded was probably like 4 months ago. I just put in $40 to fuck with it to see what I could do, and I was playing with contracts. I turned it into almost $200.
What kind of contracts?
Just
Future?
shorts and longs and
Okay, cool.
crypto contracts. So it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
real volatile shit.
All right.
I turned my $40 into $160 in like 3 or 4 days, and then on the 5th day it was like 180, and then I started just going down.
You did your thing. You did your thing.
I started.
Bro, I like to talk.
Everything.
I like to talk about crypto. I like to talk about crypto to girls because it's like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So like I say, it's funny
That's
because
a little crazy. I wouldn't say.
no, because I said
say that like that.
because I said like, oh, I bought like 1 million Shiba, right? And like, wow,
Yeah,
it's like
a lot.
it's probably like $12.
Nah, I've bought like thousands of a coin, and people think you're rich. No, but I will say like my crypto portfolio has gotten like close to like 3,000, which for me at the time I was like 21. I've never seen that. I never even saved that much money before. For me to have 3,000 in crypto, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then that shit would just jump around. I would have crazy fucking.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, especially like if you're playing with that amount of money.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Because bro, 3,000 could turn into 10, and that's life changing bread right there. You feel me?
I think I was watching a video the other day. I think somebody put like 20,000 in Doge, and at one point they had like $3 million.
Yeah.
And
Doge
somebody
is
was
a
trying to
great
convince
flip.
him. I think it was one of those like crypto influencers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
he was trying to convince him to sell.
Oh, to sell his shit.
he's like,
Yeah,
"Bro,
and that's about to go down. I think there was a dude on
He
YouTube
lost
named like
everything.
Dogecoin Millionaire or something, and then his
Yeah.
shit went under $1 million, and he's like, damn, I don't know about shit my YouTube name.
Yeah.
No, but I ran into Doge at like 5 cents. My cousin told me about it, and I bought. That's what got me into crypto. I was like, bro, let me buy like $200 worth of
Yeah.
it and see what's going on.
So when everybody was going crazy with AMC.
And the shit went to 7 cents, and I see my $200 go to like almost 300, and I'm like, yo, let me pull out. And it was like $100 profit. And I remember it kept going up. And that night it went to like 10 cents. And I was so pissed off. I'm like, no way. And that's when I got into minute trading. And then I started to do trades like by the minute. And it got to a point I would do $60 trades in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Just looking at the charts.
Just trying to pull something
waiting
out.
till some shit drops crazy and be like, yo, like I would see, bro, one time.
Trading the chart like a slot machine.
25% 1 minute candle. You know what that is for a coin to drop 25% in 1 minute? When I tell you I bought the bottom of that candle, I made like, I don't even know, I think $300. I started that profile with $500 at the beginning of the hour.
In a minute?
No, not in a minute. It was 500, and then at the end of the hour I had 800. I made $300 in an hour, and that's I was like, yo, I'm printing money right now for my phone. This shit is crazy.
So like, I have a question for you guys.
That's cool that you did.
Does it matter if another nigga gets your girl horny if you're gonna be the guy piping her down anyways?
Lend of the plug.
I mean, does it matter if another girl gets my girl?
Another guy
gets my girl horny, but I'm the one that's sleeping with her?
Yeah, like
I mean, what are we talking about? We're in person. She's watching videos.
You're out, and then some guy gets her horny, and she wants to fuck, and then she's.
I know that though. Is she telling me?
No,
she
like she just get like you're just out with her, and she just gets horny, and you know it's because of some other guy.
But how would I know?
Because why wasn't she horny like 5 minutes ago?
I mean, if I'm knowing, I gotta know somehow. I'm like, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like how do I? If she's telling me, hey, by the way, that guy made me horny.
No, she's not gonna tell you that, bro.
All right, so yeah, I mean, if I don't know that, if I just somehow subconsciously know that she's like
you never
turned on for whatever reason, it could be a chair that turned her on.
You never been walking with your girl, and then like she looks at a guy, and then she just gets turned on, and she's like all over you or some shit.
I mean, the thing is, I got my own eyes.
Yeah, she uses that energy.
The thing is, I got my own eyes, and I would be kind of confused if a girl said that, like, oh, I'd be upset if my man just thought another woman was attractive. Like, if I'm with my girl, like, I'm not the only fish in the sea, so I know that there's other people that might be just attractive. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if that's my girl, that's my girl.
Yeah. Nah, I feel
There's an octopus
I'm
right
not.
next to
Yeah,
you.
I'm not. I'm not really tripping.
I mean, in my head, it's like if you're with a girl, bro, I feel like that girl should be like, not that she shouldn't find anybody else attractive, but she should find you the most attractive.
Man, that's just not
necessarily like physically attractive, because you're obviously not gonna be the best looking. Like,
bro, it's just like I feel like there's a difference between like love and just being attracted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's the thing. If you're out there and you're like getting turned on by other dudes and shit, and you're right next to me, I find that like not. That's not.
It's just gonna happen.
Not fucking.
It's just gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you could be with your girl and like say like even if you're 6 feet tall, your girl's into tall men. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like
I'm not 6 feet tall, but like if there's somebody that's like 6'3", you know what I mean? Say I'm 6 feet, and you know, say I'm tall, dark, and handsome, and there's another tall, dark, and handsome 6 foot dude. You know what I mean? Or say he's 6'3", he's just a little bit taller. He might be more. But if she's in love with me, and that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
And if I believe her, because you know what I mean, I gotta believe it if we're like that deep. I don't really care.
But you don't think like someone could turn it off? Like me, for
It's
example,
gonna
I feel like
happen.
if I'm in a relationship with someone, like I might think someone's attractive, but I'm not gonna be walking and like get turned on by another female.
thing is,
Because I
bro-
feel like even that's like, nah, like I'm letting myself get excited by something else. You feel me?
Bro, the thing is, there's always gonna be a more attractive woman.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
of
Like
course.
you could be dating Kim K,
But that's what I'm asking. Do you think you could turn it off, like to where it's like,
for myself.
or for your lady at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking around. You know
Exactly
what I mean? Like,
my
if I'm
point.
with my girl, I'm
So
not
if
really
a girl,
looking
if a
around.
girl's in the same position, you don't think she has the power to turn it off? Be like, oh, I could just stop looking at tall dudes that
Let
are
me not
handsome.
lie. Let me not lie, because I'm gonna be real. Like I've been in a situation with my girl, and I've been like, damn, you know what I mean? And she will just know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because like,
Fair enough.
you know what I mean? Like if you're sitting down at a restaurant and you know somebody walks by in a tight white dress, you know what I mean? Like it'll just be the white dress
And it looks
that catches.
crazy.
Yeah, it just looks
Yeah.
crazy, and then she's gonna be like, yeah, I know she's hot.
Bro, I'll get turned off. Like, anytime girls are like, "Oh, I'll probably be like if I ask a girl like, "Oh, what if I look at another girl?" They're like, "Oh, I'll probably look at her first." I get turned off because like, why the fuck are you looking at girls? That's gay.
I'm not tripping if my bitch is gay. It's funny, we were just talking about
How can I be gay? My pictures.
I mean, I'm not really into that.
Can I be gay?
I'm not into like lesbians.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I don't really find
That's
that.
crazy.
I mean, like me
Shit.
personally, I'm just talking about me myself
Well,
personally.
look, I get
Is it
what you're
because you
saying.
feel like you don't
It's
have enough
not-
energy to like
Nah,
sleep with two women?
Nah.
No, but
that's-
think about
So
this.
what is that?
That's
turns you
not.
up?
That's not gay.
It's like having to have defense twice though, right? Because look, she can go out like with a guy friend, and you can be like, all right, that's my boundary. I don't want you going out with no guy friends. What the fuck is that? I don't have no girlfriends. Why you got to go out with a guy friend? You can set that boundary, right?
Yeah.
But then let's say she's bisexual, and she goes out with her girlfriends. You can't say nothing because it's like
I'm still tripping about if the girls are trying to get her to sleep with a guy.
I feel like
But
no,
I'm,
Yeah, the
I'm-
girls-
but I'm never
but at the
really
same
threatened
time,
by a
you
girl.
gotta-
Like if my
well, a girl, yeah, like
I'm
oh,
really
if a
never.
girl
I'm
fucking
never.
with my girl. I feel you on that.
Yeah, I'm never threatened by a girl, but I'm just concerned if like if this girl's bi, you know what I mean? Chances are like her biology is not really letting that. Like
So,
her
do you-
biology's still gonna fuck a guy.
Do you think
know what I
like
mean?
a girl cheating on a guy with a girl is more acceptable than a
wait,
girl cheating on a guy with a guy?
before
Hold up,
before we get to
what?
that, I was just gonna say that I feel like if a girl is like attracted to another girl, then that's like she's like masculine. You feel me? That's like masculine energy.
I don't think so.
I don't want no masculine.
I don't think so.
energy.
I half agree.
I don't
with
think
it.
so at all.
Yeah, because it's like.
But I agree with you because
if
I feel
hear
like
girl-
there's the opposite end of it. If
Like,
a girl that's
yeah,
on the
'cause,
other
I
end
mean,
has to
yeah.
be feminine for the
Yeah, 'cause
relationship.
Like, you don't hear feminine girls being like, "Oh yeah, like her." Like no, like a feminine girl is not gonna.
I can name you 3 right now
But a feminine girl submits to a dominant
that you probably know.
girl, you feel me, that's like lesbian. So they might not.
It's more of the like aggressive girls that be like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna probably look at her first.
But that's not complete
It's
because
not
there's,
really like
there's
the-
girls in
I
New
mean,
York that are
I've never
aggressive
heard of-
and
I've never
they're
heard a
not,
girl
they're
say
not
that.
lesbians. Some of the girls in New York that are like aggressive,
But they're, like,
not
masculine.
lesbian. They're masculine, but they're
They're
not.
like-
That doesn't mean they're like
Nigga,
girls.
they'll call you a bitch, a nigga and shit. Like you know.
Let me holla at you, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah,
yeah, exactly.
but that could just not be your style because there's
Yeah.
feminine girls that talk like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, in Miami,
Yeah.
there's a lot of hard, like I don't want to say masculine, but girls that grew up kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? They have a different.
They're
way
from
of
New
carrying
York.
themselves.
Yeah.
Nah,
These girls are from New York.
nah, but just I hate to say masculine. That's not what I'm getting at. But girls that are definitely tougher. That if you show them weakness or if you show them like you're
these-
a little bit feminine, they're not gonna fuck with that. You know?
These girls are
I
definitely.
don't have those issues.
These girls are definitely masculine out here, bro.
I'm not-
It's like these
Oh.
girls
Nah,
are
I-
ready to fight you.
I think in Miami there's a lot of, but there's feminine women. Not like I don't even like using those words, but there's girls out here that identify with being softer and being more
like
kind,
submissive women.
more submissive. Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and
There's nothing wrong
Um,
with saying someone's feminine or masculine.
it's not that. It's just it's a hard discussion to have because it's like, how do you even say something's feminine or masculine?
Because it's a
It's
pussy. Either
because
you're a
that's just a
pussy or a
description of it. It's
dickhead.
how you just. Nah, I mean, bro. Look, to
Yeah.
be honest, sometimes women like a masculine man. You know what I mean? So if a girl
I feel like all.
girl likes a girl and she's a stud, you know what I mean? Like a girl that
I
just
get,
like
yeah,
a
she's
guy,
leading
you know
towards
what I
that
mean?
energy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think just because she likes a girl that's immediately, masculine of her. You know what I mean? It could be her feminine side that just thinks like that part of that girl's hot. You know what I mean?
It's-
I like
it's
that
more-
that girl's got a face tat.
It's more like that pick me energy. You know, it's like, oh, I'll probably be looking at her first, and it's like you're just saying that to pander. You
A
know?
girl's definitely told you that, and you've been thinking about that shit.
No, they
So
didn't tell me.
a girl told you that. Let's talk about
I mean,
it.
girls say that.
I've never heard a woman
girls
ever say that.
Because girls say that all the time.
I've never ever heard a woman say that. So what was like the situation? Like, how did this go down? I'm curious now because
I don't know. We're just on the date, and they're like, "Oh, probably look at the girl first." Or I see it on Twitter.
Where was
on
this date
TikTok.
at? Where was this date at?
I see it on TikTok all the time. Girls say that shit all the time.
Where was this date at though?
I only go one place on date. I always take girls to the same place.
Yo, all right, tell me where we going.
No, but it's just like girls just say that. Just
All right,
like,
but where are we going though?
No, but it's every. It's,
I got you. But
it says
Nick's like, I'm not giving my spot up. Leave me alone.
it says every girl, like not every girl, but a lot of girls say that. But I forgot what I was gonna say.
any girls you ever date watch your interview, like watch the interviews of the podcast?
Only one right now.
Oh wait. So
But
do you have
other
a
than that,
special one? If you don't want to talk about it, it's cool.
Special what?
One
What podcast?
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's focused. You know what I mean? He's not even there.
Next topic.
Good shit. Good shit. Hey, cheers, brothers. Cheers. Because this was
I
very.
gotta get a new one. I'm gonna get a new one right now.
Yo, are you supposed to look guys in the eyes when you cheers?
I'm not that superstitious.
Yeah, me either.
You know what they say about when you cheers?
What you mean?
Like when you cheers, you're supposed to look the person in the eyes. Otherwise, that's 7 years of bad sex.
I've never heard the bad sex. I've heard bad luck.
I heard bad sex. Wait, this is a good thing to say to girls because
I was actually thinking about this.
Because then when
the
you
other day.
cheers with them, you look in their eyes like, oh, you gotta look in my eyes. Or that's 7 years
my
of bad
God.
sex.
It's a great conversation starter for sure.
That's why I always like. That's why my place is the bars. I always like to go to bars because I like to say that.
Wait, so it could be any bar though? Any bar?
Nah, I just go to one bar.
One specific bar? See,
Shout
that's
outs to Ale House.
Shout out to the Ale House. Which one?
On Miller.
Oh,
No.
Miller's Ale House.
Yeah,
So you're talking about like Kendall?
yeah, by the
The
falls.
one on 80. Oh, you're saying by the falls. That's another one.
You been there?
Yeah, it's the one on US 1.
You take girls there? Or
I've
on
never
dates?
been there with a girl.
For real?
I've never been there. Not that specific one.
Yeah,
But I've been at Ale House with a girl before. But there's one in Kendall. I think I've been to one on what is it, Bird Road? I think they got one on Bird Road.
I think that's Brewers Room. No, that's Flanagan's.
Nah, they got something on Bird Road. I know there's an Ale House on Bird Road.
No, but I took a girl to the Ale House one time, and it's so funny. She's like, I don't see guys that take me to Ale House for a second time, and we were seeing each other a lot.
Yeah.
Lying ass bitch.
She's probably just been in Miami for a real long time. She's been in the dating scene for a while.
Someone said hi to her there, and I was like, and she was like, felt awkward about it, and it's like,
I'll probably fall in love if a woman told me I've never been here before, and I took her to Ale House in Miami.
for real?
She's like, I've never been here before. I'm like, yes.
We should
This is the one.
get back into that. How do y'all feel about like showing like? All right, so you were saying like innocence in a girl is attractive, right? And I
Yeah,
agree 100%, right? Me,
I think it's
the big
big. It's
thing
kind
is
of like Andrew
pedophile.
Tate says.
it's like, yeah, I want to show you.
I'm just kidding.
I want to show you the world. So it's like
Yeah.
if somebody else showed you the world already, you feel me, or like you've already been in position. It's like, what's the excitement in this? Because I want to be the one to show you these things. I don't want to take you to fucking Cabo or the Turks and you be like, oh, this is nice. I've been to this bar before. It's like, no, I want to be the first fucking time.
Yeah,
you go.
I feel like it's just appreciation in general, right? It's just like you just want to be appreciated.
Yeah, you feel me? But
Yeah.
at the same time, you want to be the first one to like show her these things. You don't
Not
want
even
like,
if she'd been there before, it's like her going there with you is what matters. you
yeah,
know?
but even
Yeah.
if she's been there, like you want it to be the best experience that she's had. You feel me? So
Bro,
it just
if I take a girl to Hooters and she's like, I mean, I think that's just kind of shooting kind of low. But say I take her to like a decent restaurant, you know what I mean? We're talking about wine and a steak.
Not at Ale House.
We're talking about we're talking about a wine and a steak. If I'm taking you for steak and some wine, which is like, the proper date, candlelight,
yeah.
you know what I mean, in the bottle.
Nah,
If,
bro.
if she's immediately like, oh, have you ever been to Nobu? Like, I've been there often. If she's kind of trying to flex on me that she's been,
Into, like,
I
these
think the
places.
clothes is ready. My boy.
Yeah, I know. I had a little,
Nah, you know what? Honestly, bro, I don't feel like any girl deserves anything. I feel like shouts to Myron Gaines. Women deserve less.
Why women deserve less?
I wouldn't go so far to say something like that.
Nah, because after that girl, I just told you about the Ale House.
Yeah.
You know, like
How
we're-
recent was this, by the way?
like 4 months ago.
Okay.
After her, she made me realize, I'm not gonna spend any money on girls, unless unless we're like,
At some
gonna
point,
be
you're gonna
serious.
spend money, man. Even if it's a picnic, you know what I mean? You're spending
Nah,
money.
like, just go to the park, walk around, or just tell her to come to
That's
the crib.
crazy. That's
Just
crazy.
half walk there. Now,
If you're trying to do something brief, like during the day, I think Starbucks is a great
I think
place.
there's two sides to it, right?
We'll get you like a little venti
Yeah, you know,
what I
coffee.
mean?
That's a good medium right there. think
Yeah,
that's
I
a
mean,
good medium.
middle of the day, like, hey, by the way, where you at? You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like the worst impression I ever made. I'm gonna let Gio say his question. Hold your thought, Gio. I feel like the worst impression I ever had on a date. I took this girl to Cold Stone and we shared a milkshake, and I could tell she was like, "This nigga cheap as fuck."
Wait, hold up. That was unintentional?
No, I just didn't want to spend money.
Did you try to make it something cute though? Like, did you tell the server to come with 2 straws?
I had to because I was just being cheap. I didn't want to spend money, so I was like, "Oh, let's
That's
share a milkshake."
crazy.
I'm gonna say a Paul story, and I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. Me and my homeboy shared a frappe once with 2 straws in the same cup.
You're gonna shout your boy out that you shared
Stupid.
that you shared a frap with?
Shout out Johan, man. My dog for life.
Yeah, man.
It was not gay. It was just
It's love, man. It's
love. We both had like $2 each. We had to make it happen.
Pause.
Frappes are fire. We bought it. We made it happen, man. So
Yeah, I had
pause, but
I had an
shout out
Oreo
Joe.
frappe
man,
this morning from
resume. I like-
McDonald's.
yeah,
he said resume, yeah. Like Jack Harlow said.
That's hilarious.
I had an Oreo frappe from McDonald's this morning, bro. That was the worst thing I ever had. It was so fucking sweet. It's just like I was drinking like a
With the Oreo one?
like yeah. It was like a drinking.
I had it, bro.
It was like drinking a liquid.
I haven't had a
marshmallow.
frappe from McDonald's in like years, and I bought that shit on, when did I go to work? Sunday night. And
I
honestly,
haven't had
bro,
one in a long time.
I had a fucking Oreo frappe. First time in like 2 years, I got a frappe. I'm like,
An
yo, let me
Oreo
try.
frappe?
Let
I
me try
didn't even know
that.
that was a
Yeah, they
thing.
just came out with it, so that's why I got it.
I was
like,
about to
bro,
say,
haven't
what do you
had
mean
one
in
forever.
2 years, nigga? That shit just came
No. I mean, like, I haven't had a frappe in general in like 2 years, but I seen the Oreo shit,
though.
and I'm like, yo, let me grab that. That looks pretty cool. You feel me? I ordered it, and it was so sweet. I got to like,
It was too sweet, right?
about halfway through, and I was like, bro, it's too much. I love coffee. I love all that
A
type
nice
of shit.
frappe.
Sweet.
I
Yeah,
don't want to
sweet
waste
frappe.
the money.
I love it, but
I didn't want to waste the
Coffee
money, so I just
flavors.
drank the whole thing.
the caramel one is fire. See, I didn't want to waste money.
I love anything coffee flavored, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
Anything
nice
kind
thing.
of like iced coffee flavored ice cream.
That's what that girl said.
Yeah, with the girl that you were on the date with?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You remember her. Let's just get the name already. Let's get the name.
Hell no. I see it enough, bro. This is advice for the youth. Don't date girls whose names are prepositions, prepositional phrases.
Preposition.
I'm sorry, come again.
Like a preposition, because prepositions are used for like everything. Like a word.
Can you give an example without using her name, since you don't want to say
Yeah,
her name?
please.
Length. I don't know if you remember her name, but let's just call her Length.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Length.
I mean, that's a funny joke. Cause
That's
I'll tell
crazy.
you guys her
So,
name
like-
after.
Length.
Nah, but yeah, don't date girls whose names are like
Items that you hear about in your everyday life.
especially when you have to do fucking traffic school and you're like trying to get over here, and then like you hear her name like 40 fucking times in the fucking traffic school.
Oh my God. So this is something you were going through. This is like a real...
At traffic school specifically.
Yeah, that's
he
so
was
specific.
going through it.
Now I'm really thinking about the word. Like, I'm like, length, traffic
What's her name?
school,
Yeah,
like,
traffic cone. Is that her name? Is it
a stop sign?
Is it safety?
Shout out to stop sign. By the way.
Shout out safety.
Now you guys seen the really good podcast with Drake?
Yes, that's amazing.
You seen the girl?
I just seen the one recently too with Lil Yachty. I think it's cool
Yeah,
that she
Yachty.
did.
Oh, she did?
Drake then Yachty.
No, but it's funny because her daughter's name was Concrete. So it's funny.
Concrete.
Yeah, so it's funny because it's
No.
like a noun.
Concrete boy.
Yeah.
Concrete
You
boy.
know what's
boat.
crazy is that she just did it with Yachty, and isn't that like his brand now?
Yeah,
Concrete-
concrete boy.
Concrete, yeah.
No, that's his.
thing.
Oh, because Drake's brothers. Well, he said in the interview, he said Drake's brother's name, of his label is Concrete.
I don't know.
Drake's
I know that
brother's label's name.
Yeah.
Drake's brother. Who's Drake's
Yeah.
brother?
I don't know, but he said in the interview.
probably 40 or so. I don't think Drake has like an actual
man.
brother.
I mean, he's probably just saying like my brother.
He said his
my
brother.
Like,
He's probably talking about Yachty.
or
Oh.
Yachty, yeah.
Wait, I didn't get
Because
to.
Yachty is his new like name thing is like Creep Boy or some shit.
I forgot to ask you guys while we're talking about this. Have you guys had the Grimace shake? It's so funny because I have,
Grimace shake.
yeah, 'cause I have all these topics. It's so funny because like I don't really put the date on it, but I just
Okay,
keep all
cool.
the
So
top.
you
I
just
just
stack them up.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
cool.
It's like this was relevant a year ago. Have you tried it?
But it's so funny because it's relevant to it now because drinking the Oreo shake makes me think. Cause did you guys have the Grimace shake?
No, I never had it.
Did you have it, Joe?
I had it.
Was it good?
I didn't die. It was alright. It's like
I
a
think
vanilla
that's a good
shake.
segue.
man.
I think that's a good segue.
It's a vanilla shake, but like with a little bit of like flavor to it.
Did it taste like the Oreo frappe?
Nah, it tasted mostly like vanilla, and then it had like a little bit of berry. Like it tastes like berry mint. If I had to describe it like anything, but it was light.
Weird.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was mainly vanilla. I wasn't mad at it,
Sounds
but
like
at the same time, I was like, why the fuck did I buy this
Very
fucking combo?
I'm not gonna cap. I was kind of
Like
scared
if, like
to
a
try it.
Newport was like a smoothie. Like
I
a
didn't-
Newport is crazy.
like a
I was scared
Newport
to try
flavored
it.
smoothie.
I was scared to try it because I didn't understand. Like I didn't,
305 flavor smoothie.
That's
didn't-
really bad.
I didn't know about because the thing is, the reason I was afraid to try it was
Yeah.
because I had seen the Boondocks. Right? You watching Boondocks?
Nah, I mean
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I don't watch it avidly. You know,
Well, there's this episode where it was called the fried chicken flu, right? Where it's like KFC, they came up with a 12th flavor of spice, and it's
Okay.
like
how many flavors of spice are there right now?
11
Okay,
of herbs and spices. But it's so funny. It's so funny. It's like
my boy knows.
the black guy knows.
They came out with the 12 urban spice at KFC.
No, but it's funny because it's like everyone was going crazy for the chicken.
Yeah.
It's like, give me my chicken, and it's like, what do you mean, what the chicken? And they're like running their cars through the glass and shit.
They're all on the news and shit. KFC
Yeah.
ran out of chicken.
And it's so funny because after the chicken, they got sick, right?
Yeah.
Everyone got sick. It was like a pandemic, and it's so funny because it's like it parallels our world, the real world, where it's like everyone was going crazy for Popeye's chicken, and then look what happened, COVID-19, like
Yeah.
right after, you know.
My
you know who
favorite.
I think did like some crazy thing with the
Well,
fast food restaurants.
Wait. I was just thinking like that same thing would happen with the Grimace shake. It's like whoever tries the Grimace shake is you know like you know. What I mean?
Let's
like
not
what?
talk about the act scene while we're on YouTube. But
act scene?
if we're gonna talk about that, then I think that's the main like. If you do it, you do it.
Wait, did you guys have the Popeye's chicken sandwich?
I did, and
Did
I've
you?
had
That's
it plenty of
subliminal
times
for?
ever
Did you
since.
get the act scene? No,
But did you?
the
Did-
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple of.
See, I feel like if you
I
had
love
the
those
Popeye's
sandwiches.
chicken sandwich, then you didn't die of COVID.
Yeah,
You didn't die of COVID, yo. We're just fucking built like that.
Yo, is that yo? Imagine if they did that shit. Like it's like unless you participate, you die.
yo, I lived right down the street from a
Possible.
Popeyes when that was going on. I was living
Same.
northwest 183rd.
The Popeyes next to my crib.
And there's one right next to Carroll City High, and like my neighborhood like hood like had the street, like the house was basically like on the main street, and there would be a line, and so like let's say that'd probably be like maybe a 2-mile line during COVID, while these people are selling these chicken sandwiches like crazy, booming.
Those lines were insane, bro.
Yo,
I would
and then, like,
drive
a week
past
later,
Popeyes and I'm like, yo, I'm not.
Yo, would you guys buy one from someone selling them off the street?
At that
Nah,
point in time,
nah.
if I really wanted to try one, yeah, but
Bruh.
I waited. I literally just waited until
would-
like
you
I mean,
I passed by
if they
Popeyes.
like
It's like
went
8 p.m.
to the window and they ordered like
Like if they had it in
40
aluminum
but
foil.
there was like a limit. There was like a limit of how many you could order.
Yeah.
Nah,
No, but
Because they
but-
had so many people. There
I
like,
was
a
always
limit.
on the road, so I would see like if I passed by at a certain time, the line would be long as fuck. But then let's say
Yeah.
I go at nighttime and the store's about to close or some shit, you would
Nah.
see like 10 cars, be like, all right, that's a wait I could do for the Popeyes.
Now you know you know where that's now? Raising Cane's. The one
I
right-
went there last night, bro. I waited
US
for
one?
like the one right there by my curb. But it's like 10 minutes out.
Why don't you go to the? What are you gonna say?
The other one's in Homestead. That one's a little bit further.
That's
But
one I went to.
Yeah.
it was they have like 2 lines, 3 lines, fucking ready to go. But when I got there last night, it was just 1 line. I was in line for like 15 minutes, but it was good though. You feel me? I
The
went
Chick-fil-A
bowling.
down here
I
is
mean,
still
not
going
bowling.
crazy.
I went to go play pool, and then I had some fucking Raising Cane's. That shit at the spot.
Yeah,
Hell,
everybody's going crazy about that
You
shit.
fuck
still.
with Raising Cane's?
I've never had it,
It's,
but I've seen people just
it's
post
the
like
most
every time somebody
it's
goes, somebody
overhyped.
posts.
It's normal.
It's the most
it's chicken tenders,
overhyped
bro.
thing I've ever had in my entire
Imagine
life.
chicken
Yo.
tenders from like the fair.
Check me out. So
You know what I'm
when
saying?
it comes to those things that are like a
chicken
like a
tenders from
wave-
KFC, bro, or like
Or from
literally
KFC.
anywhere.
I
Check
feel
me
like
out.
that's
Popeye.
what- they're regular tenders, but they are good and they're filling. You feel me? I
Check me
spent
out.
10
when
bucks.
when it comes to shit like that, and I see everybody's like, "Yo, this fucking specific food item from this specific restaurant," I'll probably try it, but like my expectations are always like.
But it's like that's
bottom,
the
you know,
only
'cause at
thing on
end
the
of day-
menu. That's
the
the
thing
that's
is-
the thing. It's like it's only chicken tenders.
I feel you, but I'm saying if I'm going to a place and it's still a fast food restaurant, I still got fast food restaurant expectations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if like I'm not expecting like some gourmet shit to come out of that kitchen for
Do
every-
you
Yeah,
consider
you
Chipotle a fast food restaurant?
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't have a drive-through.
I think it's considered like a moderate speed restaurant. Isn't that what they call it? They're
I think it is
fast casual.
I think
fast
it's
casual,
considered.
that's what they call it. So,
Like
yeah,
if you Google Chipotle, it'll say Chipotle fast food restaurant. But do you
Yeah.
consider Chipotle a fast food restaurant?
I consider it a fast casual restaurant, like just like Five Guys.
No,
But it's in your head, if
'cause
you
I
had to
think five- I
say
think
Chipotle was a restaurant or a fast food restaurant, which one are you going with?
Is it a restaurant? If I had to choose between a
You had to choose
restaurant,
between one or the other.
I wouldn't say it's fast food.
Okay, that's
Wait,
fair.
I was gonna
I feel the
say-
same way. I don't
'cause
feel
I'm
that.
gonna-
I feel
'cause
I'm 100% on your.
I was gonna
on page
say
with you.
the best chicken tenders
And
I've
I'll say
ever
that just
had.
because it's not a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're having rice, chicken.
Like they made the rice. They're
The
cutting
best-
up the guacamole.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
the-
much
and
it.
the
You
lettuce.
know what I mean?
The
Because I'll say
best-
the same thing. I wouldn't say Chicken Kitchen's a fast food restaurant,
Yeah,
but
me
it's the
either.
same shit.
Yeah,
The best chicken tenders I've ever had in my entire life was at this pumpkin patch, right?
Wait, what?
Pumpkin patch.
It was at a
chicken
pumpkin patch for like little kids, and I
Okay.
went with my ex because she wanted to take pictures and shit.
So it's October.
Yes.
tenders.
So
My
so we
boy's
get
really with the OVO.
so we we get there, right, and they had like this tent, and they were like selling like pumpkin flavored chicken tenders,
Okay.
and they were the best fucking thing I've ever had. I wasn't even high. and I
Pumpkin
ate
flavored
that.
chicken tenders.
Like, yeah, I think the
That
batter.
sounds crazy.
To
I
be
mean,
honest,
I'm
I'd be kinda
interested.
hyped.
They were
I'd
so
be kind of hype if they were like an orange hue on the nuggets.
Well, they're chicken
Like
tenders.
those
They-
fucking
they're-
those Halloween Whoppers.
chicken
they
tenders
have,
Yo.
are normally orange.
Nah, but they're
Yeah,
more like a brown, like
nah.
a golden crispy. You know
Like
what I mean?
they're like
like
it's so
a
funny.
golden retriever color. You know.
It's so funny. So I'm drunk. It's like I see the octopus. You know, like in like cartoons when it's like
Shout
there's
out
a
to
mirage
octopus, man.
and like they're hungry and they see the person as like a burger or like a steak or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's like I look at
I
this
love-
nigga and I'm like looking at a chicken tender.
Yo, don't call him a
This
chicken
little-
tender, bro.
my
He's a
boy's
fucking you feel me?
octopus.
I
Come
want
on
a
now.
chicken tender.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Out of all the females that's been in my apartment, like he's got more hoes than me, bro.
For real? Yeah.
He's got the octopus has got more hoes
My
than me.
boy
bro.
said that on camera, boy, in 4K, man.
4K. You feel me? Like
After auto hose, reckless.
it is what it is, bro. I feel me, we got a podcast. I don't mean that like you know what I'm saying. I ain't out here, you know, just to slang
Just
a
any
dick.
female,
you know,
period,
just
is
slang
a hoe,
dick.
even if it was my aunt.
Type shit. Not playing.
Yo.
Imagine.
That's
Nah,
hilarious.
but I'm thinking about it now, right? And not even like you know, no disrespect to it. You know, it's just, it's any female that's been in my apartment, bro. If I'm doing a ratio thing, this octopus has got more attention than I have.
It's because he has so many fingers.
If you had to like make a
If I had to, yeah, like think about like how many minutes have been paid attention to me versus how many minutes paid attention to
Jesus
the
Christ.
I was
octopus.
gonna say.
The octopus has gotten more attention than me,
I
bro.
think you're gonna talk about. that,
There we go. You got
I think
it.
you're gonna talk about the hentai. You know, like in hentai, they always have like the tentacles.
no, I don't watch. I don't watch.
Yo, what is wrong with you, bro? This is what you think of, huh?
Wait. So I have a observation that I want to say. So
That's crazy.
I find it funny how Gio said that when you can never like when you're famous, you can never go to Rolling Loud as a regular person, right?
When you're famous, you probably can't go
You
a lot of
can't.
places.
I saw Duke
But then
Dennis,
he says Duke Dennis and he's regular as fuck.
but it wasn't, bro.
I really wrote
seen
all
him and
that.
I already
I
wanted
like
a
really
picture.
scared. I literally wrote all of that.
He said that, bro. No,
all
but
right,
look,
wait. So tell me about this Duke Dennis
All right.
experience.
Nah,
Break-
all right, talk about Rolling Loud because he,
All right,
he went to Rolling
okay.
Loud.
Rolling
All right, but you
Loud,
went.
Did you go?
Great
with-
experience.
Did you go, Angel?
No, I didn't. I
Oh.
was having a wild weekend.
I was supposed to go with this fucking loser, but
He was
we ended
Boy.
up going.
I've been hit you up and you didn't want to text me back because you lost your phone.
I went with my boy on Saturday, but I went all 3 days, bro. But on it's a collection of noise. But on Friday I was by myself, right? And I went over there. I'm late. I'm like, yo, I want to catch who was performing on Friday? I'm trying to think now.
It was Uzi, right? Oh no, Travis Scott.
No, Friday was Playboy Cardi. Before Playboy Cardi was
Ice Spice
Lil
did.
Yachty. Lil Yachty was performing.
Wasn't Ice Spice performing Friday?
Ice Spice performed Friday. A couple people performed Friday, but I remember I wanted to go to Yachty shit. He brought Kai Cenat out and the whole
Okay,
AB
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But it's funny because right before Yachty set, I was getting there for Yachty set, and I'm at
Yeah.
the fucking security gate, and I see somebody in front of me, and they're wearing a beanie. They have a fucking fat ass chain on. I'm like,
Okay.
bro, and the dreads and shit. I'm like, yeah, that looks like Duke Dennis. I watch a lot of Kai Cenat, so I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah,
that
yeah.
looks like fucking Duke.
Okay.
So I tell myself, I'm like, yo, I'm behind, bro, but he's taking forever. He has a bag with like camera shit in it, whatever. He's with this
Okay,
cameraman.
yeah.
So I'm like, yo, let me
So you're just in the line.
I'm in the line right
Like a
behind
regular
him, but I'm
human
in the
being.
last line, and there's only
Okay.
2 people in the line, which is me and fucking Duke
Duke,
Dennis.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So I get past security because he has so much shit. They let me pass first. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, here, get your stuff back, whatever. I
Yeah.
grab everything, put it in my
He's probably
pockets.
got like a press pass or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
some shit, whatever he had. You feel me? I didn't know, but I know that he got through like the good security. He got through
Yeah.
the good path after I got out because
Yeah.
I wasn't able to.
Yeah. They pointed
But-
him in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not supposed to be here with the fucking
So-
vermin.
I pretty much, yeah, you peasants. So I'm getting there, whatever the fuck. I run it. I'm like, bro, that looks like Duke. When I get past, I'm gonna turn around to see who it is.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I see Duke fucking Dennis, and he's sitting there talking to me. Yeah, you're in the big drop. You know, whatever. He's talking to the fucking security.
I know who he is, but I know.
Yeah, but you don't know like all his shit.
Yeah.
I feel you. So I see him, and I'm like, honestly, I watch a lot of streams where I met a couple celebrities and shit. But this is the first time where I'm like a little bit like, I don't want to say starstruck because that's glazing. You feel me? I ain't starstruck, but I did see, bro. I did see, bro. And I was like,
starstruck,
I was like, I see you on the internet all the time, and like I'm seeing you in real person right now.
You said that?
But you a real fan?
No. I didn't say that, but I'm like, the first thing I said when I saw him was Duke Dennis.
Would you say you're like a fan of his work though?
Yeah, I'm a fan for sure. Like, you feel? I wanted to take a picture with bro. You feel me? I wasn't even caring.
Was he with hoes?
No, he was by himself in his camera.
Bro, whenever you see a celebrity with hoes, you have to go up to them and be on some fan shit.
Yeah, but I seen rappers that whole weekend with hoes, but every time I seen that shit, I was like, yo, hoes with, yeah, but that's smart. Now that I think about it, because it makes them look like,
yeah, exactly.
They
gases them up.
Bro, you have to do, even though it's like, oh, if you look at a fan, if you look at like a celebrity, they'll treat you like a fan. Bro, they love that shit. They
especially like Sprinter van type shit. You see all the hoes getting in when they're about to get in that van, but like, yo, I'm a big fan. Yeah, like, oh, for real? Yeah, let me take a picture before I get in the Sprinter van full of hoes.
You gas them up, and it's like, bro, they're gonna remember you.
Were you able to get a picture with Duke Dennis or no?
So I walk past, I look at bro, and I'm like, the first, like I said, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking, I'm like, yo, Duke Dennis, and he looks at me like, motherfucker, people gonna see who I am if you know what I'm saying?
If you like really point
if you really point. So I'm like, oh shit, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to blow up your spot. And I put my hand out, you feel me? I go for a dap, and I dap him up. And I'm like, yo, I watch all your shit, bro. I fuck with your content. Like, keep going crazy, bro. And he just looks at me, he gives me like a nod.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, whatever. I walk off. He's still there going through security and shit. And I'm like type waiting, like I'm on my phone and shit. I'm like, yo, I want Duke to come through so I can take a picture. Because if he's about to go through where everybody's going to ask him for a picture anyway, I'm going to just try to get my picture in before he really goes into the crowd. But as soon as he gets through security, he goes around through like this little cut that's like the rapper security, I guess, whatever. Not the security, but the...
Yeah, they had just have like a separate entrance.
Yeah, they have a separate entrance, whatever. So as soon as he went through security, he went around the separate entrance. I'm like, yo, Duke, you feel me? Like trying to, you feel me? I'm like,
so everybody's got to go through the second entrance, but there's like another checkpoint.
Like the rappers and shit like that. Yeah, they go through the other shit. So I'm like, yo, Duke, let me get a picture. Yeah. And right when I said that, the security's like, you see, there's people already asking for pictures, whatever the fuck. And then Duke and his cameraman was like, oh, we're gonna be back. I'm like, all right, bro. I knew I wasn't gonna see him again, so I was like, I ended up seeing Duke again, but I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna ask him for a picture now, bro. Like. Not because anything. I didn't feel no type of way, bro. You feel me? He egoed me. It is what it is.
Not necessarily.
I know he was busy, though. Because I seen, that's the only reason why I was like, fuck it. Because I seen him on Lil Yachty's set like 20 minutes later. I'm like, he was late, bro. He didn't have time to take fucking pictures of no fans.
Yo, my favorite thing about watching Gideon is when he gets in trouble and then he's in trouble with the cops and then kids are like, yo, Gideon, can I take a picture with you?
I know of him too, but I haven't watched any of his shit. I'm gonna be honest, like my fingers on the pulse. I know of a lot of people. But if I like watch somebody just for a little bit of time, like I'm messing with it or I'm not. But I know of them. You know what I mean? So like, I know Gideon's had his way for a hot minute too, and he's actually coming back up because for a minute I feel like he kind of faded off.
Yeah. Nah, what?
For a little
consistent.
Yeah, but there was months where he didn't post.
Yeah, there was like a
months. Now he does like Gideon Premium. Well, he's been in jail
now.
He's been in jail and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So it probably was that.
He been in jail. He was in jail for like a week, man. He wasn't locked up like that.
Tyrone.
Yeah. You see his jail call.
You know when I started hearing?
That's just funny.
You know when I started hearing of him again is when I heard. When I saw that he got his like hairline restored.
Oh yeah,
is that real? Did he
really
restore his hairline?
That was real.
He still wears a do-rag, so I don't know.
He still wears the do-rag, but I remember he did a whole stream where he went through the procedure. Like he was in it was a 4-hour stream where he was really in the hospital getting his shit done.
Angel, what was the funniest video that you watched on YouTube?
The funniest video I've seen on YouTube. The thing is, it could really be anything. Like I've laughed so hard.
Like a YouTuber.
From a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Bro, to be honest, I'm not like looking at a video thinking how funny. I mean, maybe, bro, I laughed really, really hard watching all of David Dobrik's Wave. Like I was really early on it, and I watched his whole wave, and I was like dying watching every single episode. You know what I mean? Like every week, like as he uploaded. But the same thing with David Dobrik.
Yeah,
bro, he
is it
was
like
just really good.
Funny?
Nah, man, it's just David Dobrik had like a formula where he was doing 4 minutes and 20-second videos. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of material crunched into 4 minutes.
20 blaze it.
Yeah. And he was really just doing it every single week. And the amount of shit that he'd cram into like 4 minutes and 20 seconds was kind of insane. You know what I mean? Like he was making a lot of money quickly, and the amount of stuff that they'd be able to do, he'd probably go to like a few days. You know what I mean? Of like just material, and all his friends were really involved, and you could tell that everybody in that video was having fun. You know what I mean? All his friends were playing a character. He was putting everybody on, and everybody was making a lot of money, and you can just tell that these kids were like really running through Hollywood and just really blowing up from night and day. You know what I mean?
And
or like overnight.
They did it smart. I remember
they did it really fast.
They were very family friendly. At least when I would watch
at first.
videos,
I mean, until they started fucking like going partying and drinking alcohol really, really hard. I wouldn't say
porn stars on their videos.
Yeah, I wouldn't say family friendly, but I think at least for like, you know, like a college crowd, they did really good.
Yeah, but you know what?
They didn't seem much like a brand.
But look what makes all these.
I respect a lot of YouTubers though.
Look what makes all these YouTubers successful. It's like they're all just living in a house together, like a clout house or like a Team 10.
I don't think that was his thing though.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't.
Not with David Dobrik.
He was living with a whole bunch of people.
No,
like,
he wasn't living with them. He had maybe one of like his hometown friends move in with him. But at the time, he was like living in an apartment with him and his friend, and then like everybody had their own houses like in LA.
Yeah,
he
LA,
was
that's
the whole time. The whole time, I feel like
everybody, but
just from watching the videos, it looked like he was trying to bring his friends over from Chicago, because I think he's originally from Chicago. I think he's originally from another country. I forget the name. It's the same
Canada?
country. It's the same country that Kim Kardashian's from.
Armenia.
Is it Istanbul? I don't know.
Armenia.
Armenia.
Yeah, that's crazy. You were close though.
Yeah.
Armenia. But yeah, so I think his family's originally from there, and he had like another like Armenian friend, and he lived in like that dude that was his Armenian friend lived in his house with his family and shit like that.
Regardless, like,
but it wasn't like a clout house. You know what I mean? It wasn't like where everybody's living in the same place. Like he ended up getting his own house, and then everybody would just come over to his house.
Yeah.
And like have fun. They throw parties and shit like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Regardless, bro, I would love to have like a Blueface club, like a Bad Girls Club.
Content crew.
Yeah, where it's like
he did that.
Imagine we did that. Like we just have and it's like we have like a bunch of girls living together. We just film them. Just being.
You think that shit's fun? That shit makes it makes money because it's content. But trust me, you don't want to deal with all them bitches.
I'll deal with it, bro.
I'm gonna be real. Living at White Chris's house, I lived with White Chris for a little while. That shit felt like the Bad Girls Club for a minute, because it's just like women in there, like day in, day out. You know what I mean? And it's just at one point it does kind of feel like that, because you know girls will argue with each other, and it's just like at one point you just gotta kick them off of the crib. It's like, yo, like finally, like the crib's empty. So when we would have like a night, like a weekday, there for nobody to be home was really rare. And like when you just have all these women in there, that shit's just chaotic, bro.
You're talking about Chris's house?
Yeah, White Chris. You know White Chris.
Yeah.
And shout out to him, man. I haven't talked to him.
I don't think he knows White Chris.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
He knows Jerry though. Remember Jerry?
Vega?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We went to LA. We went to LA together. All three of us.
Wait, you three?
Me, him, and Jerry.
That's crazy. Shout out to Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. That's crazy. But yeah,
were you cool? Were you cool with him?
I was cool with him, like, bro, when I was like in high school, when I was still skating, like, and every time I see him, it's love.
Oh, did you know Puya too?
Like I said, I went to middle school and high school with Puya until like he dropped out.
What do you mean, like you said? I never heard you say that.
No, like I said about like Jerry. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like I said about
you
Jerry.
you just said that you went to high school with him, and Puya didn't go to Sunset. He went to
Puya went to Killian.
But he went to Arvida.
I went to Arvida.
Yeah, but you said that you went to high school,
middle school and high school.
Did you already say? Am I wrong?
I said middle school and high school.
I think Puya, he had a time where he was in Sunset. I know Fat Nick had a time in Sunset.
No, I'm talking about what Angel said.
I'm just telling you right now. I said I went to middle school.
No. Yeah, he said middle school and high school.
Because I thought it was funny. You're like I said. I'm like you said.
Yeah, but that's I'm saying. That's
I know what
you
were thinking. You were thinking like, damn, like he hasn't brought it up once this podcast. No, but I feel what you're saying. You
that's what I'm saying.
Like, just like Jerry.
We just started talking about Puya right now.
Yeah,
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, Puya and I have like a little bit of history, but it's it's just irrelevant.
You took his girl?
No. We were 14.
That's what it sounds like, right? Like we were
relevant at this point.
No, man, we were 14. I would never say it like that. I never took his girl. But we dated the same girl like back to back.
Okay, see, I knew it.
But I was,
knew it was
but I was a freshman in high school, and he was a sophomore, and we used to eat breakfast together and lunch. And I remember like him and this girl split, and then she was talking to me or whatever, and I'm like, yo, this girl's trying to hit me up, and then I know that their relationship didn't last. I mean, bro, we were 15 and 14.
Yeah.
It's really relevant. And I go to Puya, and I was like, yo, how would you feel if I like, start talking to this girl? He's like, man, I don't give a fuck. So he kind of like really shrugged it off. So I was like, oh, whatever. And I started talking to her, and I dated her for a couple of weeks or whatever like that. But we were, yeah, man, we were kids, bro.
Have you ever
Clip it.
Have you ever dated? Have you ever dated a girl? I wanted.
And she was actually going to Sunset at the time with Fat Nick.
I forgot. I wanted to ask Gio what his favorite like video, like what the funniest video he ever saw was.
This video I ever saw
On
of
YouTube.
all time.
He's going way back.
Yeah, I have to go. I think it has to be something OG. It's either like a reporter goes ghetto or like
Pootie goes to the most racist
Foodie
town in
goes.
America.
Nah, that one got me the most likes. Shit, that shit got me a nice amount of views. But I don't know. Were you guys around for like the beginning of YouTube where there was like a
I kind of was.
We're older than you, bro.
Scarlett takes a tumble. Do y'all remember that video?
Nah.
It's just like this fat black lady.
But I'm gonna run.
a bigger black lady. Oh, you about to?
Little boy, I gotta hit the little boy's room.
Nah.
No, remember I told you
He's about to be back. What were you saying?
Nah. All right. Scarlett takes a tumble.
Scarlett takes a tumble. That's a funny ass video. A bigger black woman. She's singing on a table and she happens to take a tumble. Another funny video from Matt is a reporter goes ghetto. He's like this old black reporter, right? And he's sitting there and he's like he's doing his report
On some Tosh.0.
on some Tosh.0. He did go on Tosh.0.
I remember seeing
and
that.
a fucking fly goes in his mouth. He goes, the fuck is that? I got shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, Paula?
I remember
can't see.
your favorite was the.
Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker.
I remember your favorite was the preacher on the mount.
Preacher on the you talking about
You nincom fucking poop.
You nincom fucking poop. That's Pastor X right there, man. Shout out
Yeah.
to Pastor X. That's a goat. I am God. You the devil. You nincom fucking poop.
You caught me red-handed.
You caught me red-handed. Nah, bro. Funniest video.
It's so funny because we talked about this when it was only
So much
us.
funny shit.
It was only us on the podcast, and now we're talking about it again when it's only us.
No, but bro, you got to think about the internet. Honestly, the only reason why I go on Instagram, the only reason why I go on YouTube is to laugh. So to ask me like, what's the funniest content I've ever seen? It's like it's something new every day.
Bro, the funniest thing I ever seen is like I was just read this meme. Did you see my story yesterday?
I might have. I've seen some of it. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
You know, it's funny. It's funny because yesterday was for August 1st was National Girlfriend Day, right?
Trust me, I know.
But it's funny because like I've been talking to this girl, whatever, and so instead of posting like something about a girlfriend, I put happy National Acquaintance Day. Send this to an acquaintance to remind them that although you know each other, they are not your friend.
Yeah, I seen that, but I didn't really relate it to.
This is the funniest. This is the funniest thing ever, bro. Remember, remind them they are not your friend.
Look, I'll put y'all on. We don't get very personal here on the 6 Foot Podcast, but National Girlfriend Day is like that was the day I asked my ex to be my girl.
Was that even, bro? I feel like they
Like-
make these shits up as they go.
But hey, look, man.
There's like 3 National Girlfriend Days every year.
Shout out to you. You know you are. I still got love for you. Maybe one day we'll have a child and proceed our life that we had once started. But as of right now, it's not what it's looking like.
Bro, what's the funniest meme that you've seen right now?
Funniest meme right now? Yeah, the one of me on 6 Foot Pot not playing. I don't know.
You're not slick, bruh.
He said you're not slick, bruh. Fuck. Funniest meme right now. I don't know. Maybe me going to the bathroom right after.
You have to go to the bathroom?
Our guys going to the bathroom. You get the one from the fridge, bro. That one's gonna be like a little. Yeah. Yeah. If anything, can you put that one in the fridge?
Bro, look at this. I must be an Egyptian pyramid the way I'm bricked up with no explanation.
Hell nah.
Bro, these are so stupid.
Back in 6 feet.
2 doctors collapsed after a 32-hour surgery, separating my haters from my dick. Yo, Melo, do you be using TikTok?
I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't use TikTok.
Damn, so you don't know about the Temu codes?
The Temu codes. You know, I've seen a lot of Temu ads.
For real?
Like TEMU.
Yeah.
Like the orange icon. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea about them, but I know about the orange icon. They've been marketing themselves really well on my phone. And I know nothing about it. I ignore ads.
So you don't be on TikTok?
Nah, but
Look, why would
unfortunately, I see a lot of reels and, you know what I mean, because of Instagram. And
why would IHOP
YouTube.
post this?
I don't get it.
Because it's like a like it's like a bunch of black guys, and it's like a white girl. The pancake is the white girl.
See, I would have never caught that. I wonder if ChatGPT, if you like, you know how you can insert an image into ChatGPT right now, and it can kind of tell you like why a picture might be funny. So basically, like ChatGPT, if you insert an image and you ask it a question about the image, it's like so advanced at the point where now if you like, hey, why is this meme funny? It'll like explain a joke to you.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you like Chat AI? Because you said that you wanted to bring that topic up.
Yeah, because I think it's a big topic. You know what I mean? I think it's important. You know what I mean?
I wanted to say this about you, Angel. I feel like you're very good at doing interviews and like podcasts.
Yeah.
Like I could see you as like a podcast that I listen to. Like it's like a CEO type of podcast.
Like a CEO type of podcast?
Yeah, like you're a creator of like some type of like new industry or like software or something, and you like explain
like
it.
if I invented ChatGPT.
Yeah, like you explain it well. It's like right now we're like talking about like bullshit. Right? I see you like actually talking about something that can help people.
I mean, to be
honest, I feel like you'd be better for that.
I think.
I mean, you're good for this, but like
I mean, the thing is, I kind of get where you're going, but I think if I'm gonna like give something energy, you know what I mean? You're big on the energies, right?
A little bit.
My boy Nick's big on the energies, man. He might tell you, you know, I believe in energy.
Yo, you know what's so funny when he was like, "Yo, Nick, why the fuck you asked me that?"
So yeah, I think if something's gonna capture like my energy, if I'm gonna give some sort of voice to anything, I just feel like it has to be moderately relevant to like, I don't know what I have going on around
Asian sluts.
Asians. See, that's like I'm never intentionally walking into that subject. You know what I mean? Like if it comes up, I love Asians.
Yo, it's funny. The other day, I was at the barbershop and my boy was like, "Yo, the other day I got a massage, an Asian massage," and I was like, "Damn, this nigga just saying that shit out loud."
Yo, it's big. It's big. I've dropped off a couple of the homies. I'm looking dead in the eye.
I know a few people that have went.
Have you ever gone into?
I've actually never done it.
Okay.
Believe it or not, my ex-girlfriend. And this is kind of recent too.
I got my boy in trouble because I was like, "Yo, what was the massage place that you're talking about?" And he's
There's
like,
a lot of places.
He was like, "Bruh,
any single one of them."
Nah, but his ex, like his girl, like looked at his phone, like has his iCloud, so he saw.
Oh, so
I got him in trouble.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, if he was like talking about, yeah, I'm trying to do that. My ex-girlfriend, she was like offering to like just pay for me to go to one. You know what I mean?
For real?
Yeah, I think. Because personally, I think she was like a fan of cuckolding, but like I think it was just something like in her mind. Because I think if she she would fantasize about it, but I don't think she would ever do it for real. You know what I mean?
Oh, like she wanted you to watch her fuck a black guy?
No.
What do you mean cuckold? It's not what cuckold.
It's the opposite.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a black guy though.
It could be like
it could be just
the girl part. The girl could want to watch.
Yeah, she could,
like the guy fuck a girl.
Isn't the black guy called the bull? Because I just interviewed a guy that does that.
I think cuck. I think cuck is like, it's not gender or race specific. I think it's just the person who watches their significant other.
Because I understood what he said. I understood what he meant. But at the same time, I'm looking at my own definition of it. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like, if she's into fucking black guys.
It's a cuckolding. That doesn't mean that she's the cuck. That means maybe she wants you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna break it down. So I told you she's into cuckolding, but I think she's into being the cuck. But
what is that for a girl?
Just in her mind, you know what I mean? Because like,
same thing.
I think if she's in like in a real relationship, and that's what we're doing for a while. Unfortunately, things haven't worked out, and who knows what the future holds. But I'm saying I think she was like into it as a fantasy, but if we ever went through with it, I don't think she'd be able to like get it out of her mind. You know what I mean? Like it would be a topic for years to come. You know what I mean? So we never really. So
like I made a video about cuckolding,
How
like,
recent? How recent? Because if you did this in the last
Shout
week,
out
I know why you
Sneeko.
did it.
No, it was like a year ago I did. But then it's funny because of like what's going on now. But it's like I made a video on how cuckolding is actually therapeutic, right?
Okay.
Jules always like this nigga it's like always something new.
Yeah, but give it to me though. What are we talking about?
It's like so I made a video on how cuckolding is therapeutic because it's like if you think about it, like when you release anger, huh? I'm on frame.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I didn't even think about that. Have you been out of frame this whole time?
I mean, I don't.
Since he scooted in, yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of there, bro. Get the camera. What are you doing?
Yeah.
whatever.
He's trying to watch it, bro.
Listen.
All right.
So I feel like, you know, like when it comes to like therapy, a lot of times it's about releasing certain emotions, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm not gonna say like I'm a cuck, but I love like that feeling of like, you know, like when you getting cheated on and it's like you're going through your girl's phone
I don't love that.
and then it's like
I get it. And
it like hurts. And it's like a heat. It's like a heat that goes through your body and you get so angry. But it kind of feels good.
Bro, the thing is, I know what that feels like, and that shit hurts my stomach. You know what hurts me more? Knowing that I've like inflicted that on somebody. That shit, like, I think that feeling probably sucks more.
I never
'Cause it's
felt
like-
that.
Well, I mean, they both suck. I think individually.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
because like, yeah, you gotta
could,
sit
you
with
could
both.
compare them, but I mean, it's the same shit. No
But if
matter if you're doing it to someone or if you have it done to you, it's. I mean, yeah, if you're a dude, it's more like I feel like you could deal with the pain a little probably easier.
Nah, man. That shit. I mean, because I mean, yeah, I guess as a man, we're gonna deal with it maybe a little better than a
Yeah,
woman.
you feel me?
But if
Exactly.
Just because we're like not as emotional creatures.
But if
I'm
you
saying-
think about it, it's like when you feel that pain of like that heated anger, it's like you can do something about it. Like if you can get your logical mind right for like a second,
yeah.
you can use that energy of
you're telling
anger
me-
and just
I
like
feel weak.
release it. And it's like that's anger that you've been holding on for a long time.
I don't get angry like
Theoretically, right?
I don't get like an anger. Like,
You get a phone call.
like
you
I feel
get
weak. If anything, if that shit's happening to me,
Yeah, you
I
feel me?
feel
I'm gonna
weak.
feel like I'm gonna feel some type of way.
I'm
But look,
hurt.
you get a phone call, right?
I get energy
and
for
it's
it.
from
Nah,
it's
man.
from your theoretical girlfriend at the time, and
Theoretical.
she's getting her back blown out.
hypothetical.
Are you getting angry or horny?
Oh, like
I'm hurt.
like she's fucking while
She's
you're
getting fucked while you're on the phone. What is your first reaction? Is
It's so
that
funny. I
like
love
hot to
seeing
you,
those-
or is that like yo?
I love
angry?
seeing those videos on Twitter because they're like, oh, that's a different type of pain, or like that's a different like we're all dying at that point. I love watching the
Nah,
comments of
shit-
that.
I mean, that shit sucks, bro.
We're all
Honestly,
what at that point?
They're all
dying at that point.
Yeah, everyone's dying at that point.
Like fucking.
Like that's the worst. Like you pick up your phone like your girl.
Go do it. No. I want to hear. I want to
Nah.
hear your take
It's so
on how
funny
women sound on the phone.
when you're like super single and it's like, oh yeah, I can take getting my heart broken, but then it's like when you're actually there, you're like,
Yeah.
oh damn, this kind of sucks. Like you feel like you're like, oh, if I got my heart broken, I just go exercise. But then you get your heart broken and you're like, I can't do anything.
Like when you're single, it's like you don't care because it's like you can't get your heart broken. But when you give someone your heart and your trust and then they fuck it up, it's like, damn, bro, I did that. Like that was like a luxury to me. And you're fucking that over.
Yeah.
It sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Everybody does.
What
that
was
shit
the
different.
worst heartbreak you guys gone through?
The world knows. The
I
world
know.
knows.
I want to know about Angel.
I'll probably say like my most recent situation, because it's not something like I didn't plan it to go the way it went.
But like, it hurt.
Just man, I don't know. Love is like a really touchy subject for me right now.
Yeah,
If I had to say the one that hurt, I mean, I'd have to say like the most recent situation I got. Just because, like, I didn't plan for it to go, and I know I've inflicted more pain than I'd rather be on the receiving end. You know what I mean?
Pause.
Pause for sure. I'd rather be like on the receiving end of like I'd rather be the victim because you know
Because then you have
the
like
whole
more
situation
control, right?
like yeah I mean because in the
Nah,
whole
actually-
situation it's like
Alright.
you know what I mean like if I had to tell a story it's like really I'm the one that's wrong so you know what I mean it
Because you
doesn't
feel like
it-
she has like more control.
I don't like to be the villain you know what I mean
You feel like she has more control.
nah I mean it's done it feels like at the moment
Like you know what's funny, bro? It's like once like at the show, I got a text, right? I don't remember if I told you or not.
Yeah.
It's like I got a text from the girl I'm talking to, and then it's like it made me like sad, you know. Like I felt like a deep sadness, right?
Wait, why? Because what happened between you?
I mean, bro, if I didn't say it, it's because I don't want to say it.
Okay, I mean, I just felt like we just breezed over detail that just like it was.
Yeah, because I don't want to say it.
Okay, gotcha.
But she just,
something happened with somebody. Gotcha.
Yeah, she just texted it to me because and I looked at it and I got real sad.
She sent you a text. What text though?
Listen,
okay.
I got sad, and it's so funny, bro, because it's like once I felt that like sadness, Trunks looked at me. He's like, "You don't want to say, bro." It's like once I felt that shit, I felt like he like.
So this was the day of the Vice City concert.
It was at that moment, bro.
Yeah,
the Vice City. Shout out to Vice City.
Shout out to Vice City. Shout out to False Chris. Shout out to Slozzy. I respect.
Yeah, shout out Slozzy, man.
Yeah,
man,
and I want to give them their flowers right now because I've been to 2 of those shows, and I've met a few people that have gone to the little shows, and to execute just anything like that is hard. There's a lot of sweat, and I don't know about tears, you know what I mean? But there's just shit you got to go through to throw a small event like that, and to have vendors, to have people, you know, selling their T-shirts, little stuff that they made, have a table set up, have other artists, you know, other creatives just come out. Period.
And security.
You know, and security. It's like temporary security, even though he's like partying at the same time. No, man.
Bro, I was trying hard not to party.
Yeah,
like, I wanted to, like, because you're performing all the extra songs and shit. I was like, I want to turn up.
Yeah, so I think it's really dope. You know what I mean? And I think it was really cool the way Kid Trunks pulled up Chris and was like, everybody say thank you, Chris, because bro, he's a young kid and he's
a young brat.
He's a young, you know, he's young, and for him to put anything together is really dope. You know what I mean?
It's a testimony, bro. It goes to show that,
like, he doesn't, you know, have to.
You can do it too, and that's for anybody, bro. You could be 18, 19, 20 years old.
No, even if he's not
30, 40,
did you see this picture I drew?
Check me out. But even if he's not making, this is dope. Even if he's not making a crazy profit.
That's from the.
Did he see it?
Even if he's not making a crazy profit or a lot of money, it looks like Yu-Gi-Oh characters.
No, that was me. That was when I was holding Troy's.
Oh,
that was like from my perspective.
Oh my god, you were seeing fucking demons.
Yeah, bro, it was so funny.
Can we pop this up on? Bam.
Jamie,
it's not gonna be there. I'm gonna do this, but it's still not gonna be there.
Because bro, like, it's like funny because everyone there is like emo and shit, right? They're like emo kids.
Yeah.
What's wrong with emo kids, bro?
But like, I mean, that's the kind of crowd you want. I think maybe the audience, like, if you want something to be insanely successful, you want the high school crowd to be a part of it.
Facts.
That's really what you want, because that's who's gonna like really promote you. That's who's gonna be.
I remember you were
growing
saying,
up,
you were
growing
telling,
up with your
you
music.
were saying that to us.
Yeah, that's your target audience. You know what I mean? Like, your target audience is really high school kids. You know what I mean? Because they're growing up with the music. So like, that's gonna be their like, yo, I was in high school. Listen, you know what I mean?
Who was your guys' like high school?
Man, people who were rocking out in high school that I was listening to was ASAP. ASAP, Joey Badass, Chance the Rapper.
Facts.
Who else came out while I was? I mean, Future. I was in high school when Future came out, did his thing. I was in high school when Wiz did his thing. I was a freshman in high school.
Are you a fan of Currency at all?
I love Currency.
You love Currency?
You know,
that's fine.
But I love Currency for the wave that he had when I was in high school. Not
did you like his beats?
I don't know a lot of production. Speaking of beats,
he produced for Currency.
Yeah.
I got to. When I was like 14, actually, bro.
You got 2 beats that
crazy.
Currency recorded.
I got to get a beat out to Mr. Marcello, which is part of Jet Life, and then he got Currency on the song.
That's dope as fuck.
I was 14 when I made the beat. As a 15-year-old, I got to hear Currency rapping over one of my beats.
That's so hard.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's so hard.
Yeah, that was like the first big accomplishment I've ever, like.
You got a song with Lil B?
Nah, Lil B, that would be crazy.
I feel like every producer I know has got a song with like Lil B.
Nah, Lil B was popping when I was growing up.
my car, then I had my bitch.
Yeah.
I feel like by the time I started working with like Currency and bigger names and stuff like that was like 2015, 2016. Lil B was already like simmering down a bit.
What was your guys' like first impression of like Lil B? Like first time you see Lil B, like what was it like?
Internet god, like
your
first thoughts.
Yeah, my first impression was probably the Vans thing. Got my Vans on, but they look like.
That's so funny because I just threw away my dirty Vans today.
Yeah.
And the dance, bro. He had all the dances, bro.
I'm so cocky with it.
I like how he goes, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen
My
DeGeneres.
favorite
started-
song was
when he started
Bill
doing
Bellamy.
something.
Bitch, I'm Bill Bellamy. I got 8 for the one. He started naming his felonies or something. I don't know, bro. Lil B was.
I think I was big on his shit when like a Martian came out. Giant Joe was a
Like
huge
a
fan of that
Martian.
song, like a Martian.
Bro, I remember.
And
I
the
remember.
Wonton Soup was hard as fuck.
I remember my iPod in that time was all Lil B, and I remember my boy he said to me, "See Nick, that's why you're so damn retarded. Your iPod is full of Lil B."
It's funny 'cause at the time I didn't understand it, bro. Like I was so into like the Eminem and like Hobson and shit that it was like
Hobson.
that didn't
you know,
process.
we were just
me.
playing
We were just
Hobson.
playing Hobson, talking about it too.
I sag my
But-
pants so you can see my
No,
asshole.
that's not how it goes, bro. That's not the lyrics. Jesus Christ. Nah, but like that was it back then. You feel me? So when I would hear Lil B, it's like I didn't get it. Now, as a 23-year-old, fucking 10 years later, I'm into shit like Playboy Cardi, and it's the people
Check
look
me
at me
out, though.
crazy down. I'm like, bro, like you gotta. It's fun. Like I hear it now. I get it. It's not supposed to be all lyric. It's not supposed to be all storytelling and like life changing shit. Sometimes it's just fun.
I'm not a fan
You know
of
what I'm
Playboy
saying?
Cardi, but I do love 2 hours of chill Playboy Cardi music
Yeah,
when I
right? You
smoke.
fuck with
That's
it.
fire,
Yeah,
that's
it's just
fire.
fire,
That's
bro. That
funny
should be
as
hitting.
well.
No, but
Now, sometimes I don't like the artist, but I'll listen to like a
So
mix
funny.
of their music, and it's
Yeah.
like it forces me to listen to all of their music.
Yeah,
Cause it's
or
like an hour
hits.
long of their music.
I really like Central C right now.
You
He's
listen, you actually listen to his music,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just the
for sure.
homophobic
You heard
stuff.
that?
For sure.
Oh,
For sure. Nah,
fuck.
Central's got bangers, man.
You heard the
He's got
Drake
bang-
freestyle they just dropped?
The On the Radar
Yeah,
freestyle.
the On the
That shit
Radar
was really
freestyle.
dope.
That shit went hard.
I don't like how the video though. They're like lip syncing. I wish I wish
They were actually freestyling.
either they actually freestyled it or like if they actually just shot a music video.
Yeah.
I think they should have just shot a video.
How do you feel about them winning? Like, the how do you guys feel about the double XL? We never talked about that. We literally never talked about the double XL freshman list.
Who's on the list right now?
Man,
Did the
it's
list just
bad.
drop?
It's like DC the
Telling you.
Don. Nah, it's not that bad. It's Lil Tyler. Too Rare.
That's all.
Watch
I
the
don't even know who it
freestyle. It's literally bad.
Is
Really?
it? I didn't watch the freestyle.
I'm
is.
telling
Like,
you right now.
You're
like,
talking about 2023.
You haven't seen it?
2020,
Look it up on your
2023
phone
double
so we can discuss it.
it's not like
You don't have your phone?
you're not gonna
Nah.
recognize anybody from this list, and if you do,
Run me through
Nah,
the
there's some
names.
people, bro.
it's
People
Lil
exaggerate.
Tyler. Lil Tyler. That's the only person.
Lil Tyler.
He has a song in
Shout out to
he
Lil
has
Tyler.
a song in the Spider-Man movie.
Lil Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what's crazy? I saw Lil Tyler like as soon as he dropped Law and Order, I think part 2. And I
Yeah.
told everybody, I'm like, I'm telling you, Lil Tyler's that boy. And he's really made his way.
I'm supposed to do an interview with him.
All right, so look at this freshman list, right? You got like Trippy, fucking Ski Mask, Lil Pump.
What, this
all
year?
these-
Yeah,
Nah,
I mean,
obviously
but
not.
that shit died
Yeah,
out.
yeah, obviously.
This one, yes, this one. All right, so look at all the names.
Just give me the name. Run me through it.
Right there. All right,
Glorilla. Shout out to Glorilla.
Tia Corrine,
I don't know
Too
who that is.
Rare.
I don't know
Who,
who, that
who
is.
is
one who does
who
the
is Tia
hip
Curry?
dance.
Who's too? The hip dance is Uzi.
Yeah, but Too Rare was like the originator of it, supposedly.
Okay.
Of the hip
I
dance.
feel like this was the best one minus Jid.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah, that's the
No,
one.
that's 2017.
Nah, that's 2017. 2016 is
No,
my
this is
favorite
2018 actually. My
one.
bad.
Oh, 2018?
Wait, you said that's got Trippy Red on it?
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. I'm talking
2016 got,
The one
man,
with
that one's
Kodak on
Kodak. That was 21 Savage,
That's
Lil
what year?
Uzi. That's
2018?
2016. That's
about
2016. All right, so this year we got Tia Corine, Too Rare, Finesse 2 times, DC the Don, Rob 49,
Nope.
Lil Tyler,
Yep.
Friday,
Nope.
Glorilla. Shout out to Glorilla, man. Actually, you
I
feel me?
mean, do you
That's-
guys
Glow-
feel
Glow's
like
hard,
these
man.
even matter? Because look at this. The one with,
Alright,
the one with
Brooke.
X.
Yeah.
It has Ugly God. It has Made in TYO. It has
That's like the
Amine.
year it started falling
It
off,
has
bro.
Kyle. It has
Kyle. Kyle did his
Lola
thing,
Brooke.
you know, it's like all these niggas, like they're all irrelevant right now. Like,
I mean, nah,
even-
man.
the only one that's really irrelevant is Playboy Cardi and X.
A Boogie's relevant.
Yeah.
Party Next Door recipe. I mean,
It's not Party Next
That's
Door.
not Party Next
PNB
Door. PNB Rock. PNB Rock.
PNB
My
Rock.
bad.
But he wasn't even.
This
He
is
was kind
relevant.
of.
This is a
He
really
was
good
kind of
list.
not relevant.
Look at this
This is
list
a
and
good
tell me this shit's more relevant than that.
Who is
list,
that?
bro.
This is a new one.
Yeah,
I never
come
heard of
on
Friday. I
now.
never
Alright,
heard
for
of
the
Route
people at home,
49. I never heard of
for the people at home. Let
Finesse.
them know what you're looking at.
So we're looking at the 2023 double XL freshman list.
Isn't that what you just ran through?
That's what we're talking about
So-
right now. The
so
only
Glo-
names left are Lola Brooke, Sleazy World, which I have heard of Sleazy World.
Yeah.
It's
Real
so funny.
Boston Richie, which I've
Yo, it's so
he's a
funny.
Florida artist, but he's known for being a snitch right now. So we got to see how that blows over.
Boston Richie.
And then
Yeah.
Central C, which is
That's
from
a good
the UK,
list.
you feel me?
Honestly, that's a good list.
he's
I'm gonna
on-
be real. They got Glorilla on there. They got Lil Tyler. They got Central
Look,
C
the
on
list
there.
isn't bad, but the freestyle, I'm not impressed. I feel
Yeah, it's bad.
it's like, bro, like this is hip hop.
But
I mean, yo, Central C's on that freestyle.
Nah, not on the main one.
He probably
He's on
bought.
like
He
a-
probably
I
bodied
feel like
Yeah,
this
he
one is
probably
kind of
bodied his shit.
underrated
He
though.
probably bodied
This
that.
one is underrated. It has like Lil Baby, Megan, Comethazine,
What's that,
Roddy
19?
Rich, yeah, Gunna, Lil Mosey, Blueface, Rico Nasty. But it's funny because I feel like
You know what's wild? I would have never thought of like who to put on the double XL, but Lil Tyler, Glorilla, those are perfect people. And Sleazy World.
no, but it's like you gotta
I feel
kind
like
of
there could
accept.
have been other people.
You gotta
on the list,
accept
though.
it. You feel me?
Who?
So it's
Who?
like Ice Spice.
Ice Spice could have been on
Definitely,
one,
she
yeah, Ice
should have
Spice.
definitely been on it.
It's
I feel
probably-
like it's dumb
probably
for
on
them
the-
to not accept it.
Chef
thing is-
G could have been on the front on double XL.
Yeah, no, but he's been doing this thing for a minute. It's a little late for him to do that.
Let me see, bro. There's a lot of people that blew
Chef-
up the last.
Chef-
No,
year.
but well,
Sexy Red could have been on double XL.
No, she blew
But
up after.
Who's playing that though?
No, but
right now
nah,
she's popping.
she's big. She's
Yeah.
big now.
Yeah, she's getting
Every-
her clout.
every-
ever since that Drake picture, man. She's
Every girl has her song on their story.
yeah, ski.
I'm gonna be real. I keep hearing about this kid Destroy Lonely.
Oh yeah,
And I've heard
Destroy
3 songs.
Lonely.
but he has like one song.
Exactly.
It's
Nah,
trash,
but look,
though.
Destroy Lonely could have been on there.
If Looks Could Kill,
he just
that's
sounds
You
the
know
like
who
song.
really could have been on there that I actually kind of fuck with? It's this one dude. His name is people are gonna destroy me for this. This one dude. Nah, but fuck, bro. Lucky. That's his name. Lucky should have been on
Lucky
Double
X.
XL. Nah, it's just Lucky with an I.
Alright, but
He
check
used
me
to
out.
be Lucky X.
So I listened to that
That's
one
maybe-
song,
maybe
and it's his
so.
only hit. This If Looks Could Kill. That's his only hit.
Yeah,
That song is trash.
it's all right.
It's trash.
I mean, it's good for a TikTok
It's
song. It's stuck in my
trash.
head. It's stuck in my head.
It's trash.
So-
I listened to
But
it.
it just sounds like Yeet. He literally just sounds like Yeet.
I'm gonna tonk.
I mean,
Now-
I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I mean, I like Yeet for that. For like the
The
first couple
bells.
songs. That Bell song. That shit was hard. That shit's hard, and I respect what I think he lost me when he thought that he
But
was
it's not
like
even
a
Yeet
better artist or
doing
more
that though. That's a producer.
No, I'm not saying I'm talking about the production. I'm talking about like recently, didn't he have like a go at it when they dropped an album together? I think it was at the same time. It was Nav dropping an album and Yeet was dropping an album the same day, and they were trying to see who was gonna outsell who.
You took it, no?
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, Nav still took it.
I
Yeah,
think Nav
has
still
some
took
loyals,
it, but the
then.
thing is, like, Nav is just like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, he's got his records out. Yeah, I mean, he might have not had the hype that Yeet had with like the
Yeah.
middle school kids, you know? what
Nah,
I
I
mean?
ain't gonna lie. Yeet made it
But
to
that's like-
a Minions soundtrack. That's pretty crazy.
So
Even not even being like a fan of him, I gotta give him props for that because like that's a Minions. That's Minions, bro. Minions is Minions.
Yeah,
that's
he
the
made-
biggest like movie franchise.
he made the soundtrack, but that's nothing like as far as I mean let's compare like to the people that he's competing with
Yo,
You know what I mean?
Isn't it crazy?
to get your chest out like
I
that.
guess
Like-
at least it takes you out of like the SoundCloud phase though.
Look at this
Yeah, no,
2013.
it's
look at
definitely a
this,
stamp of
look at this
approval if you're
2013.
doing like
For
a,
sure.
bro.
a major
Because I be
movie like
thinking
that.
that like the XXL list doesn't like have any like like whatever like
relevancy.
yeah. But look at this list for 2013. It's like Future, French Montana, Hobson, Iggy Azalea, Machine Gun Kelly, Macklemore, Kid Ink.
Macklemore?
Yeah, Kid Ink, Don Tripp, and Roscoe Dash. It's like
Roscoe Dash.
it's like Future is like the biggest
How do
artist.
you do it? He's playing right now, right?
Yeah, you
behind
mentioned. It's funny that, yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Future. He's like literally playing behind.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this and like, oh shit, Future was a double XL list.
You know what's crazy? ASAP Rocky never made double XL.
He rejected it.
Eject,
He
yeah.
rejected
But
it.
he
I
has a
think
lyric. He has a lyric where he
started
says,
a wave of people rejecting it.
he said, fresh freshman
Isn't
to
that
they.
weird?
He
Like,
said, fresh
why
freshman
you
to they
being a
skip my
dickhead?
ass. What, ASAP Rocky?
Yeah, why are you being a dickhead?
No, he said they skipped him. On one of his lyrics, he goes, fresh freshman till they skip my ass. So that means they skipped him. And then they probably tried to give it to him when he was already like blown up. He's like, no, I'm not a freshman anymore. Like I was supposed to be a freshman fucking 3 years ago when I was supposed to get it.
Nah, I think he might have said that like the year after.
Like the year after, right?
Maybe.
But I feel like
the thing is, I think he rejected it because I remember like the time that they were trying to put him on there would have been his time to be on it. But I felt like he probably just felt like he was at like not
a certain point of his stardom where he's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
I really need it.
maybe he just didn't want to be beside the other artists that were in
That's
that,
possible.
in that bracket. You know?
I mean, I don't know. Because I hear that lyric and I think like, all right, then they skipped on him. You feel me? Like they passed up on him on the year that he was supposed to get it. You know.
No, but I'm looking at some of these, and they're like actually like they're actually pretty accurate. But then, because the thing is like now
they are,
it's like
most of those artists they do end up doing pretty well. But this year, I don't see half of those names.
No, it's because it's like if you say like, oh, who are these girls? It's kind of, you sound like a sexist, right? It sounds like you're being sexist. Like you can't just say, oh, why are these girls on? Because it's like the most like they're like random ass rapper girls, right? But it's like you can't say, oh, why like the XXL list is trash because you sound like a sexist.
I think the female on Double XL had the best freestyle this year, and I'm not even like.
What is the freestyle like matter to you?
What it matters to me is
like,
you gotta
like why do you give a fuck about
why do you give a fuck about the freestyle, bro? Why don't you just see their faces and think that's a good rapper, huh? Why doesn't their face validate their rap skills, huh?
But you know what I mean, right?
I kind of get what you're saying, but like at the same time, bro, you got to realize Double XL is really a platform where artists can showcase their skills and what they're, you know what I'm saying, what they're capable of. So when you see artists go on there now and they can't even rhyme fucking 2 lines in a row, you're like, what is Double XL coming to for 1, and what is hip hop coming to for 2? Because they're tied into each other. Double XL was a stamp of hip hop for a while. If you made it on a Double XL, you made it. Now nobody gives a fuck. I could make Double XL next year and people will be like, oh, that's pretty cool. But if you told someone you made a Double XL in 2014, you were him.
Yeah, but
like,
now
that was the shit.
But now it's like when I see someone like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I feel like it's different.
I'm like, oh, they were on Double XL list, so that means that they're somebody.
I feel like it used to mean
still
that.
kind of true though.
I think Double XL isn't what it used to be. That's just my personal.
But when I think about Future, I don't think, oh, he was a Double XL freshman. I think that's Future.
Is that what you think about when you hear Denzel Curry?
We were literally just talking about that.
Yeah,
about
Denzel
like
Curry
how Denzel is like kind of
list.
like he was like the one who was kind of like the most irrelevant from the list.
When going to Rolling Loud,
which is kind of
like,
crazy because he's had like a hit record since then.
He has,
but all right, now compare this, right?
He had Kurt Cobain.
I went to Rolling Loud, and I seen Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Yachty, 21 Savage, who else?
Talking about 2016.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kodak was on there.
Kodak and Denzel Curry. I seen all 5 of them, and Denzel Curry had like, and it's not to discredit Denzel Curry, but he's the only one who didn't like kind of have like a headlining type crowd.
The thing is that specific freestyle was crazy because all of them are pretty relevant.
All of them are really relevant, and that's the thing. It's like Denzel. I think he's a representation of the underground.
I mean, I did just see some cover. I saw a cover that he just did. Forgot what band he did. He just did a cover right now, like that dropped maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and it's got like a solid 3 million views. You know what I mean? So he's still producing.
I mean, if you think about it, Rick Ross is not that relevant.
What are we talking about?
Nah, Rick Ross.
No, because
talking about
really relevant.
Because
hold on, what are we talking about?
As much as I like, I'm not a fan of like his corny antics. He's very relevant.
No, musically, Rick Ross isn't the most relevant like rapper.
What are you talking about though?
Listen,
break this down for me.
He's not the most relevant rapper, and basically it's like, you know, all these artists, it's always an umbrella, right? It's always like look, Yachty is under Drake, like 21 Savage is under Drake, Uzi is under who's Uzi?
Uzi got his
what
own
you just
shit.
said right now
Uzi's
is like,
on his
it's
own
like
right
saying
now.
like Wayne is not relevant.
He's not.
Lil Wayne is.
When
not
was the
relevant.
last song you listened to him?
I mean, I was listening to his old shit because he just put out.
Exactly.
He just put out like
I mean,
just put out a greatest.
You can listen to Old Iceberg. Is he relevant?
Old Iceberg is crazy.
Yeah, but Iceberg is
no, but look,
Iceberg in Miami. Check me out.
It's relevant in Miami, but
relevant.
I get what Nick is saying for the simple fact that like, let's say you take Iceberg to Nebraska, nobody's gonna know what the fuck it is. But if you take Lil Wayne to Nebraska, you play Lollipop, that's gonna be relevant 100 years from now.
Yeah, because it's a hit, but it's like Rick.
But that's
Ross.
all you need. You only need a hit. You know how hard it is to make a hit that lasts that long.
Rick
you're not gonna make music when you're 70, but you're gonna have a song like maybe
Drake,
like, you know, Stevie Wonder,
Yachty,
who has songs that live
21
50
Savage.
years.
21 Savage is always gonna be relevant. Not always, but he's gonna be relevant for a good long time because of Drake.
As long as he's alive.
Because of Drake. Because of Future.
I want you guys to think about this though, right?
Like,
Listen.
Think about like people who have real quotes. Like J. Cole will be quoted 100 years from now. No one's quoting 21 Savage.
We're talking about the XXL freshman list, right? So Drake, he's like pretty much giving 21 Savage a green light of like, okay, this thing is under me.
I don't
so it's
think
like as long as Drake,
I disagree.
Nigga, he has a whole album with him.
I disagree though.
How? He literally has a whole album with him.
Yeah, but that doesn't really mean anything as far as
okay.
I mean, it's gonna make you more relevant because you're doing an album with
what
Drake.
I'm saying
you're
is,
talking about like
what I'm saying is that all these people are
21,
under.
21 was still 21
they have like a
before.
mentor, right? And so Denzel Curry's mentor was Rick Ross, and it's like Rick Ross isn't.
No, he wasn't though.
Yes, he's like literally signed an MMG.
Yeah, he probably signed with MMG, but that wasn't like
That's
his
literally
mentor
Rick
into the
Ross.
game.
That's literally Rick Ross's label.
Yeah, but that wasn't his mentor into the game.
Nigga, that was his mentor. I mean, that's
I would
his
say
label.
his Space Goes Perp was his mentor.
No,
Walked
I'm
him
talking
into the
about.
game.
I'm talking about the mainstream. Space Ghost isn't mainstream.
Yeah, he's not. But I'm saying
talking mainstream.
Who escorted Denzel into the game?
I'm talking mainstream.
I think what Nick is trying to say is like, all right,
yeah, Smoke
Perp got him into the scene, but who's gonna take him to the next level?
No, Space Goes
Perp. Space Goes Perp. He brought him into the scene, but like
Drake. Look,
who's gonna take you to the next level?
Let's say 21 Savage is losing clout. Guess what? He has Drake to bring him back up. Let's say now Rick Ross. Let's say Denzel Curry's losing clout. Rick Ross, he has to depend on Rick Ross's clout to bring him up. But guess what?
If
Rick
Denzel
Ross
doesn't have as much clout as Drake.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Check me out. If Denzel Curry and Rick Ross did a joint album right now,
which they'd have,
it'd go retarded.
But if Rick Ross did an album by himself, it'd go retarded. So
not really.
What are you talking about?
Who's listening to Rick Ross?
Nah,
people
Rick Ross had an album.
You're tripping.
In 2019, I think that went
nigga's
hard.
focused on Wingstop.
And 2019 is still pretty
caring
recent.
about rapping.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
he has artists under him.
Santorini, Grease, and all that shit was hard. He even he had a song with Drake.
Maybe
that shit
Meek
crazy.
Mill.
Lemon Pepper freestyle.
Maybe Meek Mill, but not like Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is like the last on the roster. Wale, Meek Mill, you know, like those are probably people.
Now, if we're talking about
Wale's
numbers,
not even that relevant either.
If we're talking about numbers,
if you had a lineup,
Denzel Curry has one song.
I'm gonna name you some artists. If you had a lineup for like a show, and you had to kind of put them in order of like relevancy, you putting Lou Tyler over Denzel?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm doing that.
I think as a Florida native,
I don't think I'm doing that.
As a Florida native, I would want to go Denzel.
I love Lou Tyler. I love Lou Tyler.
There's people
I probably wouldn't do that.
There's people that probably know Lil Tyler, but they don't know Denzel Curry.
I'd probably just go based off the name.
You know, the problem is though, is that people that are fans of Denzel Curry won't go to see Denzel Curry, but people that just hear the name Lil Tyler are willing to go see Lil Tyler because it's the name that's talked about right now.
We're just
so it's kind of fucked up, but that's how it is. It's just like the name is what's important. So right now, if you go on Google searches and you put Denzel Curry and then you put Lil Tyler's name is going to be Googled way more than Denzel Curry in 2023, just because of the songs that are out right now and the features and things that are going on. Probably. Maybe in 2018, obviously Lil Tyler didn't even fucking exist. So if you search for Lil Tyler, it wasn't going to pop up. But right now, the names, you know what I'm saying? It's getting more searches and more attention being Lil Tyler. So as a promoter or someone who's running an event, I'd probably put him on the lineup before Denzel.
You can kind of say that they're like at the same level.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't listen to no Travis Scott, and he be closing out the show.
Yeah,
I
will tell you
Travis
this.
Scott at all.
I was just like you, probably like a year and a half ago, and it's not like I just started listening to Travis. But I understood.
I like Days Before Rodeo.
That's because you don't want to die.
There's a difference between like a recording artist and a performing artist. And what I learned, like what I realized about that is like what I listen to at the crib, it's not what I listen to when I'm driving or when I'm at a concert. Yeah. So it's like I could listen to I love real like hip hop shit, some real 90s shit, storytelling, all that shit. I'm a big fan of it. But when I go to a concert, it's like nobody wants to hear a story. I want to see Playboy Cardi scream, or I want to see fucking Travis Scott perform his craziest records so I can jump and turn up.
I just realized you sound like Wi-Fi's funeral.
I sound like Wi-Fi's funeral?
The way he talks?
Like my voice?
Yeah, doesn't he sound like Wi-Fi's funeral?
Kind of looks like his ass too.
Nah, I might do it, right?
You gotta take off the glasses.
That's funny as fuck. Shout out Wi-Fi, man. Now, did you open for Wi-Fi one time? Or?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Wait, performing wise? Because you got a couple songs, don't you?
Yeah.
That pause was
He's like, why'd you bring it up, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I got chicken tender sub. What else?
That's right. I forgot about that. Chicken tender sub.
I wanted to perform. I feel like Chris would have let me, But he probably went because I was being security, so I was like,
Yeah.
The security performance is crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. I spoke to
Bruh.
Ian on the phone, and I had mentioned the fact that you were like, "Yo, shit, I had not like come up to the stage when Kid Trunks called me up."
who?
Remember, like when as soon as the show was like, I mean, not the show was done, but as soon as Kid Trunks had performed and you had finished being like having him on your shoulders and shit, you came up to me like, "Yo, shit, I have not done that."
Yeah, because I was feeling like it was gay because I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I got a nigga's nutsack on my fucking neck.
nah, I get what you're saying though, but
Have you ever?
I was telling him, I was telling you the same day. I thought that it was good that you did that. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like keeping that thing that X was doing alive. You know what I mean? Because that's what X was doing. Tank, he'd pull Tank out the back and hop on Tank's shoulders and fucking run through the crowd. And I've seen him do that like 2-3 times.
But have you ever done that with a girl before?
Had a girl on my shoulders like at a concert?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like maybe 10 years ago. 'Cause
Is
I don't
it
go to
hard?
these concerts like that no more.
Is
To
it
be
hard?
honest, like
Is
I don't
it-
want to be in the crowd. I don't want to mosh.
Is it hard to do
I
it?
love
to be in the-
moshing. That
Yeah.
shit. I love raging. That
It's
shit's
just-
fun.
That's why you lost your phone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right?
It's just like, I don't know.
Fuck it. We ball. I got a whole new one.
But is it?
Fuck
Is
that.
it? I was asking, is it easy to do it though? Like, is it hard to like hold a girl on your?
On your shoulders? Depends how big she is.
Have
I
you
mean,
done it?
obviously.
Have you done that, Gio?
It's obvious.
Have a girl on my shoulders at a festival?
Yeah.
I just kind of like had my first full festival experience, and no, I didn't have that happen to me this time.
And you said you're
But-
23?
Yeah, 23.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm looking at like all
What
the
year were
shows.
you
and
born?
shit. I'm like,
99?
Why you little bro?
2000. Okay.
2000, yeah. No, but I be watching these
Wow.
festivals. I'm like, yo, I wish
Now
I
you
would
like
have started
little
going to
bro.
concerts in like
He's like,
2017,
really?
2018.
I'm just curious. I mean, I mean, if he's 23, he's, you know, a couple years.
No, I'm just
Younger than
fucking.
me.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
You know,
How old
when
are you, bro?
I'm 26. I'll be 27 in like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, so you got like
Oh, we're-
almost 4 years on me because I was born in June.
yeah, different. I mean, by the time I graduated high school, you were going in.
Yeah, type shit.
So
Nah,
just different eras.
nah. I went to Rolling Loud
No,
last year.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you were saying shit about like Wiz Khalifa and Kid, I was confused by my brother's the same age
Yeah.
group, so all that music I was like on the same.
Yeah, that's good to have somebody.
Yeah,
older
have
around
all
you.
that shit, you know, that culture, and this shit helps. What were you
Yeah.
saying?
I'm like, nah. I went to Rolling Loud last year. I think it was like 2 years ago, and then I had a girl, and I went with my homegirl. And I had
Slip
her,
up.
yeah, I had her on my shoulders, and it was cool, you know.
Was she big?
Nah, she was little. But then it's like I went to go see Chippy Red, right? And
Yeah.
this girl, I wasn't drunk, bro. That was so funny, right? Because I was trying to get her on my shoulders, and she's like, "No, you're gonna drop me." And like, bro, like, why are you embarrassing me right now? Like, this is embarrassing. Like, and it was so embarrassing, bro, that like the nigga next to us, he was like, "Oh, my phone died. Can you send me that video?" I wanted to beat that nigga's ass, bro.
Why is that? Wait, why though?
Bruh, he was asking the girl I was with for her number, bro.
Oh, for the I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. Like he's trying to ask her.
But
yeah,
were
for
you
the
like,
video.
were you closing that or
Huh?
like the girl that you were with?
I mean, bro, I spent like $140, of course.
I mean, but were you sleeping with her?
Not yet. That was like
at
our
the time.
first like date.
Okay.
He said shit. It was in the works, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
it's kind of free game.
yo, it's so funny because we were like,
straight up.
we were like in the general admission, right? And it was at the Bayside. You've been to the amphitheater at
Yeah,
Bayside?
Yeah.
So it's
Bayfront
like,
Park.
yeah, Bayfront Park. Yeah, exactly. So, like in down, it was like you had to like buy the premium seats and you get closer to the Chippy Red.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I must have jumped that shit like 3 fucking times. And then she kept being scared. Like I was like, I'm gonna do it first, and then you come. And then I jumped that shit, and I go down. I'm like real close to Chip. I'm like, yo, come here. And she's scared. I'm like, I go back up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, bro,
Jump
like,
it again.
Yeah, I jump it again, and she's still scared.
You should have like
Scared.
helped her get over
No,
it.
listen. And then I'm like, bruh, and it's like security is watching. It was like, I can't keep doing this. So then I go back and I jump it again,
That third time.
and she's still, and I literally go up to her, I pick her up over the fence, and then we go and we run and we sit down and we're just like,
Yeah,
act like
post
nothing
it.
happened.
I
And
live.
then that's when we get caught. It's like, bro, I jumped that shit three times.
Yeah, like
Okay,
they're
yeah.
eventually gonna fucking see.
Yeah, they
it.
just watched the whole debacle. They were probably just watching, like cracking up, like, look at this dude.
Now you know what I get mad at to this day, bro.
No, but
Let's wait for them to sit down.
No, me and this dude fucking snuck in a Rolling Loud last year, and then I
Allegedly.
allegedly, and I always see
that's
videos
like a crime, bro. This ticket's like $400.
No, bro, but there's videos on YouTube like, how I snuck into the Super Bowl, how I snuck into this festival, how I snuck in, and they all have like 500,000 views. I'm like, bro, you know how much fucking views I could have farmed from this shit, and
bro,
then I just wasn't.
But you're like
anything.
admitting to a crime, though.
Man, fuck all that. There's a lot more crimes I could admit to right now. I'm playing.
That's not.
It's like the statute of limitations.
I'm joking. I'm very innocent.
Allegedly.
I work at Home Depot. I make just enough money there to support my home.
Wait, you actually work at Home Depot?
I actually do work at Home. I'm a beater.
Yeah, Shaq slid in his DMs.
Shaq slid in my DMs. Nah, I work. Yeah.
About what?
No. Shaq didn't slide in my DMs. He's just sliding into girls' DMs that work at Home Depot.
You ever seen the Home Depot girl?
Nah.
It's like Shaq slid into the Home Depot girl's DMs.
There's a girl that posted a picture at Home Depot, and everybody's like giving her props and shit for like being like not an OnlyFans girl, and then Shaq slid in her DM, and then she posted it. She's like, "Oh, look who DM'd me," and everybody was getting on Shaq because this happened recently. It's like Shaq's old, not old. You get what I'm saying? But he's famous. He's up there type shit in his age, and he's famous. Good. So him DMing a Home Depot girl is pretty fucking funny. Yeah, I mean, Nick's alluding that
if anybody's
Shaq shot his shot at me.
He's like the AI.
Oh, I got
He's like ChatGPT explaining why the joke is funny.
Yeah.
So why the joke is funny.
It's crazy that it does that though. I'm telling you that
ChatGPT is crazy. That's just
if anybody's using
everything.
that AI, bro, it's really convenient.
It's gonna help with business all time. But you're gonna tell your business like, hey, look, I made this amount of money this year.
I've used it.
What can I expect, or what can I do to improve my business? And that should literally give you a list of things you could do to pump your numbers up and all type of crazy. You can plug in whatever information you want, and it'll give you more information based on that information.
Yeah, I mean, I used it recently just to like kind of correct my resume.
Yeah.
It like spit back my resume just better.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean, like I put it into it and I was like, "You'll make this better."
I heard someone got rid of their lawyer just by asking ChatGPT the same questions.
David, you're talking about David Cho.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I said David someone because I didn't want to like get too specific, but David Cho talked about it.
That's actually a really funny comment because I used it for legal help recently.
Legal help, and it was accurate.
It was good enough to like know what I wanted to do next.
Nice.
So I recently got pulled over and I had to go to court for the situation I got pulled over for.
Did the cop throw up?
Nah, so I have an attorney on it now. But basically, like, I just wanted to know, like, the minimums, like, you know, penalties for whatever happened was. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll definitely just get an attorney, have it taken care of. And I just feel like ChatGPT kind of, like, guided me. I was like, all right, well, these are the things that I want to bring up to the attorney. And I just kind of asked it for, like, stupid questions, just to kind of, like, give me a better idea what the laws in Florida are and how I can kind of defend myself. And I didn't have to call the attorney to ask them all the details first because ChatGPT already told me. So I went to him and I was like, hey, by the way, I want to do this. And they're like, all right, cool.
It eliminates the process of needing, like, a legal advisor.
Yeah, just like asking a million questions. Because I think sometimes you would keep, like, an attorney on retainer just so you can call them and ask them questions.
Exactly.
I don't see the difference between that and Google. Like, can you just Google the questions?
The thing is,
no. There's very specific cases.
So if you go to Google and you ask Google, hey, what song has these lyrics, boom, 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 it's going to give you a bunch of different link options, right? So you have different links that you can do your own research on. ChatGPT, you know, maybe won't do that with the song lyric that just came out yesterday. But because its database is so big, like, you can't tell ChatGPT, like, hey, I want a better resume. Write me a better resume than this. And if you put your own resume into it, it'll spit something better out. And it's just really good. So, like, the other day I was in a building and I wanted to know what year the building was built in. And say you go to Google and you say, what year was this address built? It'll give you a couple links that you can click on, and it'll be like, this property, you know, this is like a website that shows property history and shit like that. Yeah. If you put it into ChatGPT, it just gives you an answer.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then if you ask ChatGPT after it gives you an answer of like say if I asked it what year this building was built in, it'll give me a specific year, and then I'll say, what about the building next to it? It'll be like to the left, to the right. You know what I mean? And then you say, well, the one on the right side.
What I love
if I'm facing it, and then it'll tell you, okay, well, it'll just spit out the answer. You don't have to do research now. You know what I mean? Like, it does the research for you, and it just responds to you. Like, if it knows the answer, it's gonna tell you. And if you don't, if it doesn't know the answer,
and it gives you like a very like human-like response. It's not like
a little bit, yeah.
It's not like, oh, like 62 ounces. That's it. Like, no, it'll be like, oh, to fill the average jar, it'll take
Yeah.
about 62 ounces.
A complete
So
answer.
in your case, it'll be the, you know what I'm saying? And it really like, it sounds like it's a human talking to you, giving you the answer. It's
I've
pretty
used
crazy.
it to write emails to my coworkers.
Yeah, and that shit,
Swear to God.
they would never know it's a
I swear to
fucking
God.
a robot talking to them.
Yeah, so I put
you know
it.
what I'm saying? It's
like,
emulating.
I wanted a raise
human-
at my last job, and I told it, hey, look, you know, I'm requesting like $1 raise. I want to know if there's a bonus for doing this specific activity, but like, I didn't want to ask. Just like I wanted it to sound like a professional, like formal email, right?
Yeah.
So I just told ChatGPT, hey, by the way, I want to ask my boss in a formal way through email, you know, can I get a raise or is there a bonus if I, you know, pick up a shift in a certain department? And basically, like, I got a very formal email that I was able to say, boom, send it. And I was like, you know, make it convincing. And it makes the email more convincing. And then it'll be like, you know, sincerely, bam, name. And I'll be like, hey, my name is Angel. And then it'll add my name, Angel, into like into the email. So it's just really
all
convenient.
script work. And what's crazy to me about that is like, that's just writing things down, right? Now imagine when ChatGPT fuses with CGI animation. You could
That'd be
say,
really dope.
make me this.
Wait, no, let's end it because it's already 2 hours.
No, that's not your longest podcast.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I think like 3 minutes.
No, 2:30 is always the longest. It always ends at 2:30. Yeah.
I'm saying, I mean,
Oh, okay, yeah, I was gonna say, nigga, I want some Taco Bell and I want to go to sleep. I'm down. Okay. So this has been 6 Feet with our special guest. You guys want? Yeah.
You want to plug in?
Lena. You got next.
Oh, if you go, I think you put a song out. So if you go to SoundCloud, type in Angel Melo off record. That new song called Traffic Jam. So I think that Traffic Jam. Richard Baby, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Ireland, shout out to Australia, shout out to Black people. And anybody that works on the track, honestly, so if not worked on I'm co-founding the Torius like and Richard Baby from Torius, so shout out to Richard Baby, shout out to John Tyler. It's a crazy record. I did 3 songs and basically I had 3 unfinished songs. So I sent it out to DJ Melo and he knocked them out with it. So shout out to my DJ. So yeah, people have to do something like that.
Yeah, if you listen to it, put car emoji on the comments.
So let us know if you feel saturated. Yeah.
Hey. Well, see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Or the next time Angel's on.